So legally, it was considered an endangered species, and I'm wanted.
Are
we live?
Welcome back,
Nice try. Almost got that timing.
Seb, would you like to do the honors?
I would not, but I will. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to Dungeons and Designers. We're a bunch of nerdy ass boys. No, wait, that's not right.
Nope, that's not us.
That's not us. That's a different group.
Yes.
We are a bunch of designers, illustrators, musicians, homeless people, who all jump.
Hello?
My door is being knocked on, so I'll be right back. Perfect timing. Take it away, Autumn.
So we are.
We like to think our
like,
sponsor.
Said homeless people.
Like Sebastian was saying, we are a bunch of designers and artists that like to get together on the weekend and play Dungeons and Dragons. And so we've got a couple of campaigns going. Every other week we will be bouncing between those campaigns. And this week we are going to be in Baazdos, the frontier of the homebrew world that Sebastian has been working on diligently since he was just a wee lass. And we are about to jump into the action as soon as Sebastian comes back. And if I'm remembering correctly, we
rescued a bunch of people from a cult.
Take it away with the recap, Sebastian.
So, last we left off, which I gotta figure out another thing to say besides last we left off, because that just sounds kind of like, I don't know. It's not.
I love it.
Enough for what we're doing here. You guys had made your way to this dilapidated tower in the middle of the wasteland. Which is under control by the Cult of Mizet, a newcomer to the frontier who seemed completely obsessed with technology. The reason for your travel to this tower was to find someone by the name of Boris Redfang. He's the son of a man that you guys met while you were drying out in the drunk tanks, who had accidentally, although kind of intentionally, gambled his son in hopes of getting this deed, a deed which would lead to something related to your quest, at least tangentially. You guys made your way through the first level, clearing the puzzle effectively, to the second level, where you came across a group who were not expecting you whatsoever. With a combination of homicide and persuasion, you guys were able to make your way to the upper floor, where some experiments were being done. Immediately upon entering the room, you saw the back of a man who was doing something at a long table, surrounded by a bunch of tall pylons with crystals at the top that crackle with arcane electricity. As he said, "I specifically asked not to be disturbed." He turned and immediately received an arrow in his chest from Renemu, the hobgoblin guide, who had made his way to the who had been aiding you guys along your journey. Although mostly he stood around waiting for Cuin to put down the wall of thorns.
Also known as Rentemule.
I was like, I don't remember shooting anybody.
Dude, I thought that too. I was like, wait, did Cuin do that?
Did Cuin do that?
I never go in guns blazing.
Listen, I've played with you for quite a while now, and you never do that.
No, that's not my MO.
Not once.
Not a single time.
All right, we rolling for
Seb? Oh, your mic's out again. Perfect timing.
We are definitely nope. We're
Ladies
not
and gentlemen,
professionals, friends.
this stuff is
but
not planned.
we're just doing this.
Oh,
live,
maybe we
right?
should talk about our sponsor, Dan.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. The sponsor this week is Kyle's House. If you want a chill place, a chill basement to come and have a couple beers with your pals, Kyle's mom says as long as it happens in the house, it's totally fine.
We love Kyle's house.
So come on down to Kyle. Oh, and also from Autumn Stream, Microsoft and Starbucks who are sponsoring just Autumn in particular. So quick shout out to the official sponsors of the Art Turkle stream. Microsoft, and Starbucks. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, and McDonald's. Sorry. So sorry.
Oh.
Because we are in the first few minutes, I'm not going to swear at you, but ooh.
Oh,
Can you not swear in the first few minutes?
that's weird.
No, I'm pretty sure you can't.
All right.
Dude,
Oh,
I thought your
good to know.
stream was rated for mature or whatever.
Oh, I don't know. Did we set that? That's not like I don't manage any other stream but mine.
Oh.
Who cares?
Fuck it.
Well, fuck.
All right, let's fucking play.
Yeah.
I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
He didn't die?
Homie got a
chest.
arrow to the chest.
He's not happy about it.
Oh, that was surprising to Cuin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a good thing that I have like a plus 19 to my initiative.
Brag about it.
But yeah, God. By the way, this new battle track is brought to you by Autumn, who slaved over this all night long to bring you this hot, fresh beat. And that's how I'm going to say it every single time. In fact, it's what it's called in my computer is hot, fresh beats from Autumn.
TM.
TM. Look, I know I'm not funny, but I have fun with it. Chuck, what's your initiative?
A mighty 16.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear a hot fresh beat.
Is this the hot, fresh beat?
It's pretty mellow.
It's
actually.
nothing.
Are,
Did you
are we
guys turn
supposed
your-
to make it up in our head?
Do you guys really not hear anything?
It'd be a specific bit to not.
Chat, do you guys not hear anything? 'Cause- Wait,
Oh,
Is it just really
there
low?
it is. Yeah, it was
There
just
it
really
is.
low. Yep. Now we hear.
Perfect. Oh, good. Just in time for the construction behind me. Pretty dope.
Oh, there it is. Gotcha.
As you all, you guys are all sitting there like mid-battle, and you're all just like, no, I hear it.
Like, wait, do you hear? I think I might hear. Huh.
By the way, next time I will remember the introductions to actually introduce who's playing who. But
Nah.
for now, we're gonna say we're starting with Dan, who is playing Chuck, Neckbreaker. Next up, we have Suchin, who will be playing Guardian. Guardian, what is your initiative?
4.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Great intro.
See you in 45 minutes.
Yep.
And of course, we have Evie, who is being played by Bex Button. What's your initiative?
yes. Please get my full name out to the internet.
I called you Bex. Don't worry. They don't know who you are.
They'll never know.
They'll never
We'll
know.
never figure it out.
Never figure it out.
Yeah, you never say my last name.
Stop the
Also,
stream.
like what?
Delete the mod. Start it over.
I never have before.
Delete the
I'm
mod.
So stream of consciousness. It's like, no, this is her name.
Oh god.
No, it's all good.
My community that is joining us currently are wonderful human beings, so I'm not so worried.
I believe it. All right. 15.
Evie, I'm eternally sorry for doxing you.
Accidental docs. It happened.
We will have Andrew, whose last name will remain unknown, playing Shar. What's your initiative?
I think you got to even it out.
Yeah.
What's your middle name and social? I was referring to everybody by
Let me
their
get my
social
credit
security
card number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4214. I got a
That's pretty high
16.
initiative.
16?
Yeah, 16.
And then we also have playing Quinn Selnim, Autumn, who I think you all know. What's your initiative, Autumn?
Greetings, friends. My initiative is 8.
Okay.
I rolled a natural
yeah.
-3 and ended up with 8. So
Let me run and grab my my special dice that always roll 20s. Here, back.
ooh, Dan, did you not take those from him? I thought you took. You said you were going to take those dice from him.
Autumn, you should have even bought him for him in the first place. So
I didn't
That's-
realize
that's
what
true.
weighted dice meant. I thought they were like they were.
well, you
just
thought you were
they
like
for-
weights for
No,
lifting?
yeah, I thought it was for a workout. You can get a weighted
Gotcha.
dice so that while
Right.
you play D&D, you get your workout in, so you can multitask, which
Right.
I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So that's why weighted dice were important to me. And
I
you know, I know that Sebastian values his big muscles and everything, so I
don't.
got him the weighted dice.
Other people
Sadly,
value my
that did
muscles.
not work out so well.
Are they really weighted?
I wanted to see him come back with a giant metal D20
Right.
just to fucking roll.
Slam into the ground. And then next week there's like a bunch of vendors here like fixing the hardwood floors. Oh, come on, Renemu. Nat 1 on the initiative for Rennie.
Idiot.
But really the highest
I-
was Jar. Oh, go ahead.
I still can't move my character.
Can everybody actually
Same.
move their characters?
Oh, now I
Double
can.
check.
Okay.
I cannot.
So yeah, there we go.
Nope.
Oh, I'm trying to move. I'm like clicking on Chuck and trying to move him. What the hell? Where's my brain? Okay, yeah, I can move mine.
I cannot.
I cannot move Floofy though either.
I'll have you move. I'll be able to fix that for you. Okay. We just migrated from Roll20 to Foundry, everybody, which is why things are kind of weird. And also we're just weird, which is also why things are kind of weird.
Such.
What's up?
Just imagine Guardian running in little circles.
All right, can everybody move?
Yes.
Yes.
Just dies.
Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Super ready. Super ready.
Guys, if we're gonna be the next big improv stream, we gotta take this fucking seriously, okay?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
No
Here
humor.
comes the DM with the smackdown.
Guys. All right. Anyway, top of the round is. I don't know what that was. Anyway, Char. Top of the
Is it Chuck?
round. Char.
No, it's me.
You guys are standing there. Your weapons are still holstered. From your perspective, you saw a man at the end of the room who's working on some kind of table with a figure on the table. You're not quite sure what's there. An arrow sails through the air. As he turns around, it catches him right in the chest, and he immediately looks down and just looks back up at you guys. What are you doing?
The guy that got shot looks back up at me.
He looks down and he looks at the group.
Okay. Whoa! It wasn't us. It was that guy that ran off right there.
Okay. You can make a persuasion check.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the. Yeah, I got a 4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was that guy. You point and there's no one there. He's already like pushed back into the shadows. Chuck, you see Shar making her case in front of you. The man thus far does not look convinced. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do interact with object to pull my little orcish war mask on and go. We got you surrounded.
Make an intimidation check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. That beats his. Yeah. Okay.
So I'd say I recommend this doesn't come to blows. I don't know where that arrow came from, and I can promise you he's not necessarily with us.
Fair enough. All right. Next up is Evie. What are you doing?
I will see these persuasion attempts going on, and I will stand there and I will just kind of nod my head as Chuck is talking. Like, yeah, exactly. And I will ready an action to
put one in
I
his chest.
suppose. Yeah. I will just pull. I will just no. No. I will have. I will just be ready to pull my weapon out and begin to fight if I have to.
Okay. Yeah,
do you want me to specifically say exactly what I will do if the action?
Yeah. What's the attack and what's the trigger? What's the attack and what's the trigger?
Okay.
What attack are you holding?
So, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this character, and I forget what she can do. I suppose I will do I'll do a firebolt out of the wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the club at whoever makes an aggressive move towards our group.
Okay.
Any of us.
Any of the main group, right?
Yeah. Excluding Rent-A-Mule.
Excluding the Rent-A-Mule. Got it. Okay.
So, yeah. He is not with us, really.
She's just like, pulling the gun. You see from across the room now, arrow in his chest. You see the guy look down. He's got dark green skin, tusks, a big tuft of beard, and he's wearing these big goggles on his head with like a shiny breastplate and shiny gauntlets. And he just goes and slams them together, and you see he begins to actually levitate up off the ground, and there's bolts of electricity flying around him as he just lifts off the ground and then sends off a blast of electricity away from the group and towards Renamir.
Looks like this figured itself out.
Okay then. Great. Nothing to worry about.
I don't like killing innocents, but that guy did a crime. He just assaulted someone.
Wait, we're
So, you know,
crimes now?
Well, not haphazardly. We're not going in guns blazing. We figure out who's guilty.
Learned our lesson, goddammit. He's gonna take 27 points of lightning damage.
Shit.
Directly into his chest. And then this guy is, as that bolt fires off, you actually see it pass through the air, and the other creatures in the room and the pylons in the room all trace it. It's like ball lightning as it flies through the air, and it's like there's arcs of electricity from the other creatures and from these pylons arcing into it and empowering it as it slams into the chest of Renamule. There's a flash of lightning, and he flies back 10 feet with a smoldering hole in his leather armor. And he's just like, he's just like slowly standing back up. Next, you see one of the other creatures in the room. It's around 13, 14 feet tall. They're these strange, almost angelic looking beings. There are these things here. I think I can paint them for you. Can you guys see these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they stand about 13 to 14 feet tall, and they almost look like statues, except in the center of their body is a roiling mass of electricity that is funneled up into where their heads would be, but instead of having traditional heads, they have metal masks that appear to be just neutral-faced androgynous masks. And from their back, there's a torrent of lightning that is out of their back and then into the ambient lightning throughout the room. You look above, there's almost like a net of lightning above you guys as it's arcing between all these different pylons and down into these creatures. As that one turns its emotionless face towards Renamule and holds up a hand. Oh, poor guy.
Oh, you make the bed you lie in. No, that's backwards. You lie in the bed you make.
Well, he's about to be lying in a grave, so...
Apparently he made a grave.
Well, you know what they say.
He made a
The eternal bed.
he made a grave mistake.
You guys are all just like shooting points back and forth. Just like getting curb stomped by a bunch of elementals.
Chuck, will you give me notes on my joke, please?
Yeah, that was good. I feel...
You're just smoking cigarettes. You guys fucking suck.
That could be that guy.
He's like, shit. He jumps down, there's a blast of electricity over his shoulder, and then he turns to the side, another blast of electricity into the wall behind him. It shatters the stonework in a spider web of electricity and blackened stone. But that's only that one. This one is going to move. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about as that guy's floating around, he's about 15 feet off the ground, and then when he casts that bolt, he
what?
he will appear.
Oh.
Teleports.
Oh, he bamfed.
He died. That's crazy.
Easy.
Shouldn't have been playing with electricity. That's on him.
Wait,
Let's go.
No, I'm kidding.
This is true.
How much XP do we get?
Why does everybody believe me?
Why does everybody believe me, the omnipotent storyteller, when I tell them that?
What a bunch of idiots.
That's on them.
They should know better by now.
I'm an unreliable narrator, also the only narrator.
Hey, Dimbus, why can't I move you? There we go.
Me?
Why did the whole map just move?
Yeah, the whole map moved.
It did?
Yeah.
Weird scrolling action going on here.
Making the world shift.
You're fucking with my brain.
Is it still shifting around for you guys?
Nope, it's cool.
No.
Did you just go to lie down in the bed?
Yeah, he's sleeping. He teleports to the bed and he's under the covers.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
I'm liking this guy more and more.
He's 15 feet up in the air, and he is surrounded in a net of electricity. There is as he appears in that space, you can see there is a gout of black smoke emanating from the silver, the rounded silver pack on his back, and another torrent of electricity bursting out of the back of it. It almost looks like the electricity is zapping out and forming arms like spider legs that are moving him around through the lattice of electricity. And that is where he's going to end his turn. And then the other thing with the flat and motionless face zaps Renemu, and then the other one will turn and then move into range. And then just... And there's a ear-splitting sound as there's just the whole air in the chamber is galvanized as this lightning blasts forward, and that's going to add extra here. A natural 2 and a natural 1.
Wow.
So, again, Ren will... A little help, please! To you guys.
Imagine this guy solos all three of these creatures by himself.
You guys
It's just Sebastian playing with us.
It's me in a sandbox with like... It's basically the first episode of Firefly, where it's just like...
Curse your son of the inevitable betrayal.
Why don't we just kill Renemu?
Cuin.
I've been thinking about that this whole time, actually.
Alright.
Gonna hold my action for an attack on any one of the party members.
Okay.
So any aggressive action towards us, not Renamule. He's the only one left, right?
Yeah!
Wait, didn't that just happen with Char, or did that last attack happen? Never mind, it happened towards Renemu.
Renemu.
Renemu. Is that your turn? Holding action for hostile action against Folly's End?
Yes.
A subsidiary of CC's trading company? Okay.
Yes.
Guardian, you see everybody standing the ground. What are you doing?
I guess I will follow suit.
Okay.
Get up in front and provide some cover and hold action for aggressive movement towards party.
Cool. You got it.
This is so unlike her.
Guardian gets it.
know.
Don't go with the group.
You guys-
but
You guys murdered a guy eating a loaf of bread like 4 minutes ago. And,
I don't know about you
shooting at all.
guys.
I'm not really feeling it. I think I got my taste of bloodshed.
I just looked around and nobody was doing anything, and I'm like,
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It makes for a
What do I
interesting
do?
story. That's for sure.
Jeez, what's
Can you
up?
move the map back up? It's kind of like you can't see a thing.
you can move
You
it.
can move it.
Right
I
click.
can move it. Right
Right,
click.
hold right click.
Hey, look
Hold
at that
right.
technology. Holy shit.
We're learning. All
All right, got it.
Okay, so it is now natural one, Rariel's turn.
Oh,
Stands up. There's a smoldering hole in his chest. The skin is blackened. There's like he's got soot smeared across his face. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? They killed my people!" He fires off another 2 shots at what's his face over here. At the guy in the goggles.
he's just napping.
He's just napping. He's just sleeping. Give me D20. These are weighted. There's a 3 and then a natural 12, so he will just hit. Good grief, man. Flying guy is going to take 11 points of piercing damage as another arrow sticks into his side. And he's just like, you see him kind of pirouette for a second in the air as the arrow the force behind the arrow spins him. And there's more electricity in all places. You see both of his arms swing down and these long electrical tendrils come from the ends of his gauntlets. And that's going to bring us to the top of the round with Char. Seems like he listened in some sense and is now only targeting the hostile one. What would you like to do?
I'm not gonna draw any attention to us. I don't think that we need that kind of heat at the moment. If we can avoid
Okay.
it, I'm also gonna ready in action like before.
Everybody was just
God.
like pointing guns.
Yeah.
No one in particular.
Good old fashioned.
I thought you were gonna take him. Oh, you.
Nope. It's all you.
Mr. Logan, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move over one to the left and I'm gonna grapple
Okay. All right.
with my incredible strength of -1.
Okay, go ahead.
4.
He rolls an acrobatics of 7.
Wow.
Incredible work, folks.
Incredible work. Good
The
job.
blind fighting the blind.
High level.
This is the kind of epic shit people tune in for. Evie,
Absolutely.
Yep.
it is your turn.
All
What are
right.
you doing?
I'm going to wander 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over to this little. Is this a pylon? Is this one of the things that's kind of arcing stuff?
Mhm.
And then I'm going to use my turn to investigate it and attempt to disarm it, like to turn it off,
Okay.
if I can,
Make
to
a,
monkey.
yeah, make a Tinker's Tools check.
Okay. Oh shit. All right. Double. Okay. Um, 15?
15. Did you double your proficiency on that? Because it's
Oh, whoops. No, I doubled the wrong thing. 17.
17. Pretty sure you can disarm it. With that, investigating with the thieves' tools, investigating with the tinker's tools and prying at it a little bit. Yeah, you've got a pretty good sense that you might be able to disarm it. Although you weren't able to disarm it with 17.
Oh, okay. And I will have Floofy move kind of between me and that thing.
Okay.
And then hold its action to attack anything that comes towards me.
Okay.
Or attacks me.
Okay. All right. Let's see. You go to grab Renemu, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he just is gone.
Oh.
And you see from across the room, not in bed, sleeping, but 15 feet up in the air is that half-orc figure in the goggles. He's holding a hand out. There's a crack of electricity in his fist, and he says, "Anyone want to explain what the hell is going on here?" Now it's his turn. The two flux creatures here that are they just begin to stand down and they begin to look towards the voice and look down towards you guys. Next up is Cuin. You see what looks like a very kind of like sloppy tussle, and then suddenly Renemu is gone.
We're trying to figure out that same thing, and I'm gonna hold that action again if he or the things make any move against us. At this point, anyone in the room, I suppose, because Renemu's not there.
Okay. Guardian, same thing?
Yeah. I'll add that we are looking for someone.
Okay. Well, that effectively ends combat, at least for the next minute while you guys are talking. Look, he's going to be back here in about 1 minute. We're going to have to do a little more talking then, okay? But for now, just tell me what the hell is going on.
Move into position to where he was.
You see those big, almost they're almost like a golem, but made of electricity. As they're moving across as they move across the space, they glide. Their lower halves are just tendrils of electricity that almost reach out like a centipede's legs and grab the floor and kind of move it forward. There's the constant snapping of electrical bolts that are impacting into the ground as it begins to push further. Do you want to see if you can disarm that while you're messing around? As he says, "Hey, stop that! Don't go messing with the pylons, please. They're very important to me."
Oh, I'm sorry. I just am so fascinated by what you have going on here. It is very impressive. Can you tell me?
And expensive. If you could please step away. It helps me. It helps me power a lot of my experiments up here. It helps me power this thing. So just maybe don't touch it.
Okay, jeez. Okay, just tell me. I mean,
he's still 50 feet off the
Cuin,
ground, by the way, and there's just like
What?
What?
What kind of experiments are you talking about, friend?
Maybe we figure out what we're gonna do with this guy when he comes back. He's gonna be here in back 30 seconds. So what are we doing? Are we gonna jump him? What's going on?
I say we try to keep him alive.
Who is he? Is he a friend of yours? Clearly, you guys don't care much for his life.
Well, we just met him.
Yeah. Now he's claiming that you killed some of his people. Are you in the habit of killing people?
I don't know, probably.
He's definitely in the habit of killing people. We're trying to figure out how to make that stop. But how about this? When he comes back, we'll all take him down. If you didn't notice, I was trying to use a couple of my moves on him.
Yes, all that.
But when he...
Good work.
Thank you. I like the cut of your jib. And maybe when he comes back, we all take him, we sit him down, and we all talk this out, figure out some sort of equitable solution. You know, He's following a sort of sick and twisted logic that we just don't need.
Go ahead and make a persuasion attempt. Oh, go ahead.
As he's talking, can I try to stealthily figure out just like the button that I have to push in order to disarm the pylon if things go off again?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Like I want to ready that so I can just go boop.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Remember the people down in the prison, the like mutated and shit. Like, what are we?
Of course, I remember. Here's my thoughts.
What the hell are you getting at?
My thoughts are that there are some people who are here. There are some people here willingly, and we got to figure out what he's doing, what his game plan is, who this guy is. Before we 20, not natural.
20? And what's yours?
26.
26.
Natural.
Yeah. So as you're fiddling with the thing, you're like, oh, you can definitely. You had to peel back some of the metal a little bit, and you kind of had to hide it behind your back. It was mostly you just trying to make sure there wasn't the sound of metal scraping as you pried it open. And as you say, we got to figure out. Suddenly he pops back into existence, and he's like, and just like breathing heavy, like there's the faint smell of brimstone, like cooking off of his armor. And he immediately pulls his dagger and he's going to attempt to strike at the person closest to him. But that brings us back into initiative, which puts Char at the top. What are you doing?
Where is he? Is he who's the closest?
He is currently here.
There he is. Okay.
Oh no, I guess he's here.
Okay. Maybe I'm gonna go and try to like conk him over the head or something to see if we can subdue the guy.
So you want to try to do some non-lethal damage to him?
Yeah.
I think the way the rules in this game work is you can designate, I think with some exceptions, a non-lethal hit if you do so before you hit. Although it's a little weirder with things like guns. Like I'm going to shoot him non-lethally.
Well, I mean, I have an unarmed attack that I can
of course.
Unarmed strike. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yes.
A bunch of intelligence.
Any
18 to hit.
Any melee attack, by the way, can be non-lethal as long as you call
Any
it
melee attack. Okay, any melee attack. All right. An 8?
Yeah, 18.
18. That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Maybe you don't roll your damage on this. I think it's just a number. It's like maybe like a 3 or a 4, right?
It's a 1 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is he down?
Spicy.
Right
in the nose.
Whip him across the head.
Chuck, you're up next. You just see
Oh, there goes your mic
buddy.
again.
Voice.
This interruption
Kyle's
brought to you
house.
by Kyle's house.
Kyle's dad bought really good beer, so we're all probably going to go there after school. It's some German thing. I don't remember what it's called, but come by. It's good.
Goldschlager?
I heard Jessica's going to be there too, so it should be pretty good.
Only the classiest.
No. Jessica from Cedarbrook, 2 towns over. Anyway, sorry.
Gotcha.
You see a blur come out of your field of vision and just clock Renemu right in the forehead like an arcane flintlock covered in runes. As there's a shimmer of magical energy, it just rocks off the hardest part of his skull, and you see his head come back down, and he's just complete confusion and murder in his eyes. What are you doing?
I still got the mask on, and I'm just gonna say, "Come on, Renamule, time to stop it. Put down your weapon, and we're just gonna all talk about this."
Okay, make your intimidation check, please.
Yeah. Oh, exactly what I need to re-roll. Oh my god, and I got a 27.
Okay, yeah. Okay. You see immediately he turns to you. His eyes are just filled with fear and anger, and he's probably scarred for life. Whatever he saw in the lower plains that he was banished to.
Been there.
Yeah, real long.
You can have a chat later.
Eldritch abominations.
I am going to point the gun at him.
Okay, fair enough. Evie, what are you doing?
Okay. All right. So can I use my interact with object right now to dismantle the pylon, or like to turn off the pylon?
Dismantling it.
Not dismantle, but like I had
yes.
readied. Okay, so I'll just like subtly boop, push the button, and then act like I don't. I'll be like, what? Something happened.
What's
that?
Turn itself off.
Check.
You gonna make a fires? Somebody's throwing something. I don't know.
Let's see.
Did anyone hear that?
18.
18. Okay. All right. This is so fucking dumb. You're like, I don't know what happened. You're like leaning against the pylon.
I'll put my hands up like I have no idea what just happened. And it must be not as expensive as you say it is.
Wow, it's powering up.
His hand is out where he released where the banishment ran out. His other arm is crackling now with energy, and then you see the crack go out in his hand, and he's just like, what? He's just like, not Hails, son of a bitch, way out again. Hey, you get on that. He points to one of the other creatures with like the angelic stony faces, and it just kind of turns to him, and it begins moving towards the pylon. Cuin, it is your turn. Actually, the other one though is going to take that command and move towards the pylon. It moves into Floofy's space right on top of it. You can see there's like electricity arcing off of Floofy's form and bolting into the ground. And then you see the thing reach its hand, its electrified hand towards the pylon, and then it passes through the pylon into the center of it. I need you and Floofy to both make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Great.
Gardeners are revving up.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm going to use my reaction, my flash of genius, to give myself a 10.
Okay. And what's your...
Oh no, sorry. 10, 11, 12, 13. And then Floofy will get a... This is dex. +1. 6.
A 10 and a 6?
Yeah. No, a 13 and a 6.
Okay, the 13, you're going to take 7 points of damage. The 6 will take the full 14 points of lightning damage. As there's everything within 15 feet, basically, as this thing almost implodes from the inside with pure electrical energy that rockets into the ceiling. And you see the control panel for this thing is cooking, but still active. It looks like it can still be switched off again. It's like your hair is basically standing straight up by this point.
I love it when that happens.
Cuin, what are you doing? Oh shit, I forgot this guy. He's going to move into Renamule, actually. And he's just going to turn to him, and then you see one big electrical fist go up in the air, and there's like these metal bindings around it that are almost floating. And then just brings it straight down on top of his head. First one's a 4.
The highest number.
Yeah, the second one hits, thankfully. It's going to take 11 points of... Hey, it's actually exactly how much hit points he has left. Fucking convenient as shit. He just crumples to the ground and hits and is unconscious, as his form is now just flat out laying on the floor. As the guy who's floating in the air with the electricity like arcing all around him is just like, any more of them? What the hell's your deal anyway? Who the hell are you people? He begins to start to descend down, but you can see his hands are still lit up with this galvanic energy. and you can see there are these long coils of electricity that are like almost like whips out of either end of his hands, and they're still dragging along the ground, and they're kind of like like crackling along the floor.
Pretty badass.
He takes a couple steps closer to you guys now, and his flux companions are on either side of him, and he just out of combat. Yeah,
Is Renamule alive?
Yeah, is he breathing?
Yep, Renamule is breathing. He's unconscious. Quinn, what did you want to do since you were the last one up? Okay, he's stable. He was knocked unconscious, so he's stable.
He's fine.
Giant fist to his head. Oh.
Excuse you. By this cat. Kevin? You call me Kevin?
Kevin? You mean Kyle? Oh,
No,
boy.
Kyle doesn't have a cat. It's just a
Sponsor's not
cat
gonna
that
like
hangs
that.
out a lot at Kyle's. Kyle's got
It was-
2 Dobermans. They're technically his stepdads, but they stay around.
I was going to say that technically it's
Oh,
not
stepdad.
Kyle's cat. It's Kyle's mom's like ex-boyfriend left it there when he went back to prison.
Every 2 weeks or so, his mom's ex-boyfriend will show up drunk at the house talking about the cat. But it just doesn't seem like a safe place.
Wait, so Kyle's ex-boyfriend and stepfather and father are all at his house?
Kyle's house is in Kentucky.
It's complicated, but as long as we stay in the basement, it's not that weird.
Oh,
You
okay.
hear stuff
No problem.
upstairs, but
Okay.
anyway,
yeah.
come on down to Kyle's house. They're sponsoring this episode, so we don't
I
want
feel
to.
like we don't want to talk too much shit, but I do feel like there are
Just
a lot
totally
of
muted.
cigarette burns and stains on
Right.
Kyle's carpet.
And
I
again,
feel like that's for the place,
the
right?
the copy says we have to refer to that as ambiance.
Okay.
So I hear you.
It's a je ne sais quoi.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yes.
So,
What's up?
What's up? Oh,
No,
you
he's
guys
killing.
put some D&D?
oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys are now standing across from a figure who's about 6'1", 6'2", broad-shouldered but remarkably scrawny. Although he's wearing this strange, almost bulbous silvery armor, at least the breastplate. And then he has these silvery sort of gauntlets, and he has something on his back that's like a silvery, what's got like a brushed metal backpack. He's got the goggles on his head. As he pulls them up over his eyes,
I want
Look
that
at-
backpack.
he looks very familiar. Hey, look, before we get into all this, is everyone okay downstairs? How did you get past everyone?
Define okay.
Like breathing?
Everybody? No. Most of them? Yes.
What?
Almost all of them, in fact.
He takes
We have
two
not made
big
introductions yet.
steps back. He takes two big steps
I am-
back. You see the Flux Seekers kind of converge on him. And,
I am
and-
Evie.
and-
This is Charles and Queen and Gatien. And what was your name again, madame?
Char?
Monsieur, I think.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Anyway, we were just coming to what were we coming to do? I have forgot at this point.
Well, we were coming to find
What are people
a
doing here?
We're here because we were hired to find someone.
Oh, that's right. I was a little hungover when we made that deal, but I am remember. It is coming back to me now.
You know a kid by the name of Detroitus Red Wing? That sound familiar?
Flyers. Detroit is when we fly.
Detroit it. Does anyone remember his name?
I don't know.
Someone make a history check, you fucking idiots.
No, I remember.
Did
I
nobody
remember.
take fucking notes? What's the fucking?
I did.
No, I know what his name is. His name is Detroitus Red Wing.
Tritus Red Fang?
Tried
The name was.
I got a 2 on that
Jorvis
history.
Yes, I wrote it down.
Where am I shopping, Bastion?
I mean, We were looking for him too, I guess.
All right, I rolled a 1, not natural on history.
I rolled a 2, so apparently we are fucking morons.
I rolled a 9.
Wait.
We don't
Triton
know how the
Redfang,
fuck
that's
we're-
it.
His name is Tridus Redfang.
I got it.
Tridus.
Tridus is my dad. Why would he be here?
Nah, said
Did he
something
say
on
Nope.
this.
Wait. Are you Boris?
Yeah.
This is
What are
Boris,
you doing
guys.
here?
Boris! We have been looking for you, my friend.
He just puts his hands up like he's standing at the top of his chamber. Now, who did we come here to see? There's an unconscious guy on the floor. There's corpses 1 floor below.
Idiot.
All right.
To
He
rescue
does not
him.
need to know that.
We got a couple things we gotta figure out. I'm gonna ask them, and you can just answer them in any particular order. One, this is less of a question, more of a demand. You gotta stop kidnapping people. That's not allowed. People can be here willingly. We met someone downstairs, seemed to be here willingly. Although now that I'm saying that out loud, mind control could have been an opportunity. So you know what? Shame on me. Point 2. What's going on with you and your dad? Why did he send us here to get you? And I guess that's the end of the list. I don't know. Does anyone else have anything?
Also, what's he doing here?
Oh yeah.
how did you
Third
make all of
question.
this?
What's happening?
Can you just make just a general persuasion check to see if you can modify his disposition?
And I'm not joking. A natural 20
Hey.
Yeah.
for a mighty 28.
15.
50, or is that you?
Or are we all
rolling?
rolling?
It was just
Oh,
for.
Oh, I thought we were making a general.
Oh no!
Oh,
Sorry.
it's
I just
Chuck.
meant it was Chuck's roll for general persuasion
Got it.
of like whatever that situation was.
Trying to make him amenable.
Yeah, well, it fucking worked. He sat in there, and you just see, as opposed to usually you can kind of weasel your way into people's good graces, but in this case, you just like sort of you confused him so much to the point that his brain kind of broke, and he's just like, "What? I don't."
How much damage is that?
It's 17 psychic damage. It's 1 point. It's actually 1 point of psychic damage for every point on the persuasion roll. So it's 28 points.
Shit. Is he dead?
Yeah. He's brain
He
dead.
just starts bleeding from his
yeah.
ear and his nose.
His
Turn
eyes.
him into a vegetable.
They're so stupid I can't even
Got
see
him. Quick, loot his body.
The people here, half the people here, they broke in here to steal from us. I kind of feel like their lives were forfeit the minute they walk in through the front door. 2, my dad's a fucking imbecile.
He kind of seemed that way to me, to be honest with you.
I agree with that.
I just had to get the hell away from him any way I could. And what was your third question? I've already forgotten.
Yeah, what are you doing here? That's what the Big Tin Man wanted to know.
That's honestly the most interesting question of the 3. We're doing research on the wasteland. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We're looking for relics, looking for technology. We're trying to figure out what the hell all this sweet ichor can do, because it's got all kinds of incredible capabilities. I think you probably saw some of that downstairs. I mean, if you look over here, come check this out. He begins to walk
While he's doing that,
little-
I go into stealth. Stealth?
Stealth. Okay, go ahead and stealth. And
You
go
just
ahead
hit
and-
circle or like
I have a
crouch.
question.
Oh yeah.
Sir,
That's a
Are
30
are you
for
looking
stealth.
to hire?
We could always use more people. Hold on. Am I mistaken? Did you say that some people are dead downstairs?
Yeah, I don't think that's
Did
really
anybody say
relevant
that?
right
No,
now.
That's I'm not there.
No, I feel like it's
I don't remember saying that.
It's pretty relevant. I feel like it's very important to our continued negotiations if I know whether or not the people downstairs are dead. What happened?
Well, they decided to start shooting on sight.
That's a Chuck. You forget sometimes. You remember. You have like you have a little
What,
memory
tiny
problem.
brain? It's a serious disease.
Yes, look, you understand, right? Listen, one of your people or creations, one of your creations got a little wonky, if you will. That is the technical term. And, you know, when you run experiments go wrong, and sometimes things don't go as planned. There were some casualties downstairs, but most everybody made it out okay. You should really be more careful with containing your little pet projects, I must say.
Couldn't agree more.
While they're talking, I've made it my way over to that desk that you see me next to, and I'm investigating stealth, of course, investigating for.
He's turned around. Okay.
Yeah, for any like a control mechanism to shut everything down.
What was your stealth?
30.
30. Okay. Oh, only a 30.
Rolled a 1.
That's why he didn't bother telling you. It's rolled so high.
No, I said it. Go.
Make a deception check with advantage from Chuck helping you.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Evie.
17.
That was with advantage?
Yeah.
That was with advantage. Yeah, with advantage.
I have a -1. Wait. Yeah, I have a -1. Charisma is my dump stat, y'all.
That's fine.
Nicely done. Oh yeah. Which experiment?
17's good for me. Oh well, there was the
Gas cloud.
Yes, exactly. There was a closet full of gas, and I have to say that is not the best place to keep gas. I have run a couple of experiments myself with this cloud kill material, and it is quite volatile.
What I lack in brain size, I make up for in quick fingers. And I'll tell you what, got the finger on the trigger, took that cloud right down. Ba 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 ba. You know what I'm saying?
Make a deception check.
Why?
Quinn's over at the desk, just like
as he is speaking.
Man.
22.
Well, I guess you did as a service, although we were using that to get rid of all our corpses, from the aforementioned people who broke in. But yeah, no, that's good. It's too bad about the folk downstairs. I mean, to be honest, they were kind of in a different department and more funding for me that they're dead. So it's all good, I guess.
Is there somebody that you report to? Actually, we thought you were the man in charge here. Is there somebody above you that is in charge of this place?
Yeah, sort of. There's some folk above me, but they don't really come around too much more than I just speak to them through sand and stones and stuff. But mostly, I report to some folk who then report back to Mizette, and they fund my research and they fund this outpost and make sure we get the resources we need. We got to get the people ourselves or whatever. But
Mizette being the god?
Well, I wouldn't say that Mizette's a god necessarily. He's more of a, he's close, but he's just been around so long that he's accrued so much knowledge. He's real close. He's real close. We'll say that.
I will glance around to see if I can see Cuin around the room, and I assume I don't. And so I'm going to just go into the message thing that he has in his ear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Sending stones, you say? And it probably crackles a little too loudly in his ear.
You hear the sound of a head hitting the bottom of a table.
Stealthily hitting the bottom.
Yeah. And then try to essentially kind of send him the message that he needs to be looking for that.
Okay. Make an investigation check while you're over there. Mizette, he's real secretive. Nobody's seen him in a real long time, but he's always got kind of his fingers, his talons, so to speak, in every pie. So, he funds kind of research like this, with the sweet ichor, and he's trying to help us find the some of these ossuaries that we've been looking for. And,
that's a dirty 20.
Have you found any?
Well, we Yes and no. See, we found the location of. Why am I telling you this?
Oh, because I am a like-minded researcher, and I'm curious. I have an interest in this.
Also, we did have.
I figured we would share knowledge if we can.
We also did save your life from this maniac.
Yeah, I suppose you did. Well, look, I mean,
Also
it's kind of
that.
nice to have a little bit of I mean, if you don't mind, maybe let me keep him. I'll find a good use for him, honestly. And he tried to kill me, so.
No, we got to talk about this whole human
I don't have
experimentation thing.
Problem with that. Yeah, we need to talk about that. That is bad.
Yeah,
That is wrong.
so what's this? Hold on, before we get talking about Bizet and all this other stuff and Sweet Aka, which look, I could talk about research all day, but I need to know what the hell you guys are doing here.
We told you.
Did I find
looking
anything
for
with
you.
that dirty 20 or what?
You find almost like on a beaker stand, made of a very delicate golden spiraled metal, is a polished smooth riverstone with a rune carved in the front of it. And with your experience, you surmise that this is a sending stone. Whoop. In the pocket.
But I was also looking for a way to turn off the pylons. That was
You do not see a way on the desks to turn off the pylons.
okay.
He says, yeah, no, I get that with my dad and the whole thing, but why would he? Is he trying to get me back?
I think so.
Does he think I'm trapped here or something?
Well, he lied and said that he gambled you away. Is that accurate? Is that an accurate thing?
He didn't gamble me. Idiot sold me, but I was intentional. I set that up. I mean, I didn't tell him I set it up. He just got remorse and cold feet or something and decided that he wanted me back, I think, just to assuage his own, personal conscience. Man's a moron. And he had me doing farm work. I'm a damn scientist. I'm changing the world over here.
Seems like a brilliant one at that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. Yes.
Well, look, I'll tell you this. I don't want to go back, obviously. And I don't plan on going back, and I really don't think you want to take me back either. So, how about this? You guys can... I'll give you some of my stuff. I mean, I can make more of this. It's really no trouble at all. I could give you... I mean, you want this thing? And he points to the thing on his back. So I'll give you this. He's like... Points to his to his wrist.
Whole elbow chuck.
Hell, I'll part with these. I'll even give you my breastplate. It's pretty. It's all pretty good stuff. And actually, you know what? Hold that thought. He runs over to the table. From where you're standing, by the way, you can see the figure on the table is a half orc, but he's like vivisected, basically like like an autopsy. But you can see his legs are twice the length and have an extra joint in them. And as the head is cocked to the side, you can see there is a single glowing eye in the center of his forehead. Like it actually grew out of his forehead. And his one of his arms ends in a tendril, like a tentacle.
Wait,
that is badass.
Who can see that? Who can see that?
You can see that. Cuin.
Just me?
You're the only one close enough.
As
he moves to the table, and he's like, let me see. Yeah.
So she used message to message me, right? Or did I have the sending stone in my ear? How did that work?
It's message.
Okay, so I did
You
not
had the little
respond
device
yet.
right here.
Can I respond now?
No, you have to respond immediately.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Within the duration of the spell.
What's the duration of message?
1 round. So.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
have 6
minute.
seconds to respond.
Okay. Yeah.
Or 6 seconds.
So
That's
he gets to the table, and you see, from your perspective, you're low because you're. I'm actually like crouched, like under, like really slid behind the pylon.
I like come up on the table. I'm like, ugh.
In fact, I need you. It's been long enough. Make another stealth check while you're back there because you've kind of been moving around a bit. He's moving into space now. He's actively searching this area for things, as you see him pick up a handful of these black, small, concentrated vials. And what do you got?
Natural 20 for a 32.
He turns right around and starts walking back away from you. There's like the tinkling of glass in his hands as he kind of walks to you guys now. And he's like the "why can't I hold all these lemons" guy with like an armful of these little black tinctures. And he's like, "Look, I mean, I can't let you take all of them with you because this is my research and this is how I'm getting paid. But I can let you have some of these." Huh?
What are they?
What is it?
It's concentrated sweet ichor, or sweet acre, whatever you want to call it. But basically, we found a way to distill out all of the bad effects that happen when you drink the stuff, right? You ever come across those folks in the wasteland? They used to be called soot mouths, right?
Yeah.
They start to go crazy in the head. Sometimes they would mutate and be all weird and messed up, have two heads, or be covered in all sorts of like strange growths.
Or be unbelievably faithful and kind to you.
That's one of the worst side effects of eating this stuff.
While he's doing that, I pilfer every last one of those off of his desk and put them in my bag.
There aren't many more, but make an investigation check while you're over there.
I'm just taking like a little taste.
25.
Is it?
It is sweet.
Is it what he says it is? Like, do I feel anything happening?
Make an Arcana check.
25.
I think I have advantage on Arcana.
With a 25, you find a number of implements. You find copper wiring that's all connected to this single sphere, about 3 inches across, sitting on the desk. There are a bunch of things hooked up to it. There are a bunch of scrawled notes next to it. They look like coordinates as you're looking at them.
I take everything.
You take it all? Okay.
All of it.
All right.
Coordinates?
19.
19. It does appear to be the genuine article. It's incredibly sweet for the brief moment that it touches your tongue, and then your tongue goes numb.
I think this checks out. This is very well done, sir. What is your process?
Well, I can't really talk about the process, honestly, because it's not really, this is my livelihood. So,
I take all of his.
I respect that. I understand.
He's got nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, look, I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick two of these things. And tell you what. Here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. Take one of these things, or two of these things. Take two of them. I'm feeling generous. Just take two of them, okay? And if you could, tell him I'm dead. Just tell him I died. Tell him I got eaten by something, or tell him maybe I ended up in the belly of some beast, or I got turned into, a bird. Who cares? Just tell him that I'm gone.
Some sort of article on you that we could use to prove that?
Well, any one of my experiments and my magical items, I think he could, he'd recognize as mine. The pack definitely, the gauntlet's most likely, chest plate's a little bare, but it's got my initials on the inside of it, so. I don't know. You pick. It's your choice. That being said, I kind of do want to, I'm a little weirded out by you folk, to be honest. I still don't quite know what to make of y'all, and I kind of don't know if y'all
have you heard of? Well, listen, you have been quite generous with us, and I would just like to perhaps return the favor. Have you heard of a device? I believe they are called fiery shackles, and I'll again message Cuin as I say fiery shackles. The brilliant thing. I have not seen many of them around.
I have to shoot him to do that. That's my message back to her.
And I just...
That's, I don't have... I think that's some kind of runic magic, right?
Would I know...
Did I get everything? Did I get everything off of the desk?
Yeah, desk is fucking bare.
Okay, so I got. Let me just before we move on to anything that happens at this point. Can I make sure that I've got the copper wire with the sphere, the coordinates, and what else?
You have 6 tinctures of concentrated sweet ichor. You found roughly 150 gold worth of implements, scientific implements, basically beakers, tubing, gold,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So something you could basically pawn.
Okay.
Sweep it off, stuff in the middle of the bag.
All right.
And you also have a positive disposition.
Yeah. I think he actually came in with that.
Would I know with the fiery shackles if a person has to, if the person just has to be injured or blooded in order to make them work, or if like the person who owns them has to actually make the attack to make them work?
I don't think, because this is old magic. This is runic, primordial, like dawn of the world type of magic. It's not something you're super familiar with. You can make an Arcana check, but the DC is fairly high.
Okay. That is a 21.
21. I think with a 21, you would understand that there needs to be contact. There needs to be, I could probably even be like an unarmed strike, right, Cuin? Where you could like punch him in the back of the head and activate fiery shackles, right?
No, it has to be with a weapon, using a weapon.
Okay. All right. So you could club him with the bow. And
Yeah.
Fists are weapons.
Or I could throw the dagger at him, and that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you basically you understand that as part of the magic, there needs to be a weapon involved because the rune is on the weapon.
Well, they are quite fascinating actually, and the way they work, you see, and I will kind of like try to enthrall him in the description of the fiery shackles and hope that
Make a performance check, Miss -1 in charisma.
What could possibly
Great.
go
That's why they call her that.
Well, in fact, perhaps you would like a demonstration.
Actually, you know what? Make a performance check, but add your intelligence modifier instead. An intelligence
I
performance
got a
check.
natural 20.
Hey.
Add your intelligence modifier instead of your charisma, because you're regaling him with tales of
Competence.
technology. Yeah, tales of competence.
Okay. So that's a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20 plus 4.
That's incredible. And this is some kind of like the giants made it, right? And you can
Yes,
actually,
yes.
you create these runes in these weapons or on your armor, and you can bring forth that's incredible.
That is correct. Yes,
What-
I have read a couple of books about this, and it's quite fascinating. And would it be
fascinating.
Is everybody standing at a distance from him? I mean, given what we see on the map, is that really what's happening?
He's actually. You guys are actually. To be honest, you guys are probably a little more up here.
Yeah, I would have moved up.
These are standing here, and he's directly in contact with Evie because
Okay.
he handed you stuff and you tasted the ichor.
Ah, fuck it. All right, this guy's getting an arrow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
What's happening?
I am telling you, you must see these things in action. They are the best.
That's.
Do we have his stuff right now? Or
Yep, we got everything.
We got
Well,
it.
you
Well,
have
we
all
don't
the
have
stuff off
his-
the desk. You don't have the things he's wearing.
Yeah.
what about the? Yeah. Okay. So he offered us the breastplate and something else.
Breastplate,
All of
backpack,
it.
gauntlets.
Why don't we get those from him before we started? Whatever.
No,
it's too
nope.
late.
Yeah, it's
Grab it when we're
That-
done.
Yeah. Peel it off his fucking corpse, you
Oh
animals.
God.
That's a 31.
Oh.
Did that hit?
Yeah.
Don't be coy.
So that's a sneak attack too. So That's. Oh, he's bloodied, isn't he?
No, he never took any. Oh, yeah, he did. He took some damage. That's right.
Yeah,
Took the first arrow.
Yeah, he took the first arrow. That's right.
26 damage, fiery shackles.
Okay.
He needs to make a strength 17.
Strength 17. Okay. Well, he's very strong, so I'm sure he'll be fine. That's a 4. That is a 4. So he just.
So wait,
there's an arrow. He's like, that's incredible. I never. As like an arrow that comes out through his fucking sternum, and he's like, oh! And then there's a burst of like flaming shackles that just wrap around him repeatedly, and his arms go to his side. Is he restrained? Right?
Yes. Let me. Where'd it go?
I just look like a disappointed dad when it happens.
Evie, you are. There's a splash of blood directly on your face. As he's just like, and just begins to like tip over and fall.
Listen, I am so sorry, but we did make a promise to your father. It was a business deal. This is not
damage
personal.
from the shackles.
Come on, we could have just given him something light. I don't care.
Listen, this was.
How long do the shackles last?
1 minute.
And does he get a save at the end of each turn, or?
While restrained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each turn, and it can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn, banishing the shackles on a success.
Okay. So. Cuin, that was your turn. Guardian, you're up. You see this. You're basically in conversation, and all of a sudden, the head of an arrow bursts through the chest of this guy. Magical flaming shackles spring from the tip of the arrow and wrap around him repeatedly. He coughs blood and then falls onto the ground prone. What are you doing?
What's the reaction with the golems, I guess, or whatever they're called?
You haven't seen them react yet.
Well, he'll just spring into action.
Okay.
Sword shield out. Oop, that's not enough. And ready in action.
Hey, at least we got the story
to attack. If they start attacking us.
Okay, ready?
If
they might. I have a sneaking suspicion. Top of the round is Shar. You're just outside of the Gallagher zone. Of like arterial of a guy getting ganked by an arrow. What are you doing?
The
I got them
lightning,
still in my mouth.
all that is still happening, right? All the you said like the golems are still, they haven't really reacted yet, or what's going on with the environment?
So far. Like basically, this just happened. They're like just turning their heads. Like this is such a quick snap of time. They're like just turning their heads down to see what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna move out to about maybe here and I'm gonna target this one.
Okay.
Ready in action if he like does anything hostile.
Roger that.
Yep.
Chuck, you immediately see Shar bolt. What are you doing?
I'm gonna aim my gun, pull the mask back down, aim my gun at the guy, and say, "You might want to call the golems off for intimidation."
Make an intimidation check. Jesus Christ.
17.
17. Okay. Evie, what are you doing?
Just for technical purposes, would the stuff from the golems be considered spell effects, or would that be like non-living material?
Do you mean what they're firing out of their hands? Or do you mean
Yeah.
Or do you mean the?
Not like what they're made of, but like what their attacks would be.
Their attacks are elemental in nature, but they're not spells. They're not. It's not casting a spell. It's not casting like lightning bolt. It's just using a effect that does lightning.
Okay, so it'd be like non-living matter, I assume.
Yeah, they're not. They don't.
Because I want to use the cube of force, but I don't know which one to select to kind of prevent
make an
them.
Make an Arcana check. You can make an Arcana check if you want to.
Well, all right. 18 plus 8. Oh, and a natural 20.
Nicely done.
So a 28.
28. They are considered. It's elemental energy. It's considered non-living. So you should be able to keep.
I will.
Whichever one you're doing, it's going to keep it out. Because
yeah. Okay.
With Cube of Force, I know there's a couple different ones. I would say that in this case, this is really tough actually. I would say that that it is considered living matter because it's possessed by something that has a soul basically. So it is living matter, and you would understand that. Like an elemental is technically alive. It's living elements. So you would want to use the living matter one.
Okay. Look. Well, that would. All right. I'm gonna move to. I suppose. I guess what I want to do is I want to get our buddy Boris in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to leave Guardian outside of the circle.
So this is when we finally turn on Guardian?
Yeah.
Plot twist.
You'd be able to do that, except that. Can you throw the Cube of Force? Can you move it? Because it has to be on your person.
I think it has
you could do
to
it if you were in Chuck's space, basically. But unfortunately, Chuck is in your way, because otherwise you could stand right there, I think.
Huh? I mean, I was right here.
If you stand in Chuck's space.
Oh, I
Right.
see. What if?
If the range is 10 feet, you said?
I think it's more than that. It's 15.
I think it's 15.
You could move diagonally. Oh, sorry, I won't metagame.
No, it will help us figure this out faster.
Right,
And then we can move on.
the box on there right now isn't representative of how big it is.
It's 15 feet
Right, so you
on a
would
side.
just move. You would move diagonally.
Okay. Yeah,
other
which is
way.
what I. Yeah, here. Yeah.
Well,
You would need to move one over to the right, I think.
the box needs to get bigger, right? If it's 15 feet. Is it
Correct.
a 15 feet radius or?
As of right now, the
15
center,
feet.
the center of
15 feet on each side, centered on
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
that's correct.
So that is correct. The box is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to the middle, from middle to middle.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome to the podcast. We talk about boxes. It's boxes today.
Listen, the geometry section on the GMAT is a motherfucker. I am so ready for this.
Wait, but
This is
we're
weird.
measuring diagonally, or what about horizontally? And vertically?
Yes.
I mean, that's
This is 20 feet, so it should be smaller, huh?
15.
No.
It would be
bigger.
15 on a side, so the entire length of it would be 30 feet.
Right.
So then you're
So
right,
for like
actually, it
down
does
for a
need to be
It's just-
bigger.
It's just too much math
Yeah.
for me.
It needs to be bigger. If it is
Each
15
side needs to be 30 feet.
No, each side is 15 feet.
No, it's 15. It's small.
Yeah.
So if I'm at the center, it's roughly 7.5
Okay,
feet
so
from me to the
Oh,
edge.
it's a sphere.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's
it's a square.
It's a cube. Okay. All right. No.
I have it right because I have it.
Yeah.
I have the radius is 7.5 right now.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
it is correct.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Cool. Let's
Alright,
change
I would like to
our
move-
category to game design. And
Yeah.
This is All right. If this will be allowed,
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
that-
I'll let you do it. How about that?
can we just? Can we move on? This is the box, and I want to get the dude in it, Boris, and I
Whoa.
suppose.
never mind.
Basically, it will shove them against their will. It'll shove them in within the space
Okay.
because you've cast it now already, right? You already cast it on yourself.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
Yeah,
bring
I
everything
would.
with you too.
Well, I'm trying to move to where it would not catch anybody else in it except for Boris and like a couple other non-important people. Like, but
Okay,
since
you-
Guardian's so close to him, I
You
don't
have
know
to
if
catch
that'll
it in
work.
there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you
guess.
necessarily have the maneuverability to do what you want to do in
All
this
right.
case.
If it's not gonna happen, then I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
I
so you're just
will-
gonna-
I'm sorry.
You're not going to
All
cast it
that
at all?
for-
Okay.
All that.
Sweet.
Sorry, all that for nothing. But just trying to figure it
All
out.
right.
Hey.
Hang tight, y'all.
This discussion
In that
about
case-
boxes brought to you by
Kyle's house.
Hey, guys.
Brought to you,
Kyle's smart sister.
Kyle's smart sister is now offering to help you out on your. She charges reasonable rates of letting you hang out in the basement for a couple of minutes, maybe just one afternoon, one evening.
She'll tutor you for SATs.
She's pretty cool. It's recommended you give her a beer or something, and then she normally just sits in a corner and doesn't say anything. Kyle's mean to her, but honestly, Kyle's being a dick, but you probably won't say anything.
Is this, did we all get the same copy?
That's what my
Yeah,
copy
that-
says.
That wasn't on my copy. That was not on my copy. Mine just said that she's cool and helps you with your math homework.
Listen, it's not my fault Kyle can be kind of... And again, this is the copy. It's not my fault that Kyle can be kind of a dick sometimes. I'm...
Well, I mean, at least it's a place to hang out. So, if you're
That
in
is the tagline.
If
At least it's a place to hang out.
if you're in the area, be sure to check out Kyle's house. Proud sponsor of Dungeons and Designers. At least this week, we may have to find a. Depending on what happens with Kyle's stepfather and father and mother's boyfriend, we may have to find another sponsor next week, as well as another place to hang out on our off hours.
I'm getting a lot of death threats on TikTok right now, seemingly from people related to Kyle or Kyle himself, and a couple on Parlay, which I don't want to talk about why I'm on there.
What the fuck is parlay?
That's part of the learn. No?
What's up? Oh no, it's parlor for the French. It's Parlay.
So for those wondering what the hell is going on, Sebastian, the DM, has an electrician coming to fix the garage to turn it into a space for post-COVID shenanigans where we will actually all be on stream in the same room, laughing and cajoling and having a good time. So that is why he is off of frame at the moment, and we are being ridiculous. Don't worry, we will fly Dan out each and every weekend to play with us and be a part of said shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. That's
Either
really
that
what I was
or
waiting
we
for.
will get a real doll of Dan. It's going to be a big expenditure, but I am looking forward to dressing him up.
I have a lot of silicone molds of my face already, so we can just use one of those, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just your face, because I thought it was about the other parts.
It's gotta be anatomically correct too.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
All
what.
that.
Like if it's not really a Jewish real doll, then you know.
Oh yeah, it's like Ken down there. Just smooth.
Well, they took that bris a little far, didn't they?
They said they called my Moil the fastest knife in the West. Unfortunately, not the most accurate.
It's like, who took my glasses?
Yeah. Goy vey.
And now you know why I put improv in the tags.
Why?
Oh wait, we were serious?
All I was talking about is honesty. Here, you know. That's why I'm on Parlor. Because I'm sick and tired of the goddamn liberal media.
Whoa.
I'm just joking. My last name's Goldberg. I control the media. What's up?
Oh.
Did we figure out how, like, if you put a person inside a bag of holding, how long they last?
Yeah, it depends on their constitution, right?
Yeah, their constitution as well as their size, right?
It's 10 minutes.
It wasn't a large
in the thing, but multiple people can fit. I think up to...
Once again, this math D&D session brought to you by Kyle's sister.
Just a
Wow, it's just Kyle's sister now. It's not even.
She has a name and
Jesus
It's
Christ.
Emmy. So I'm gonna be jumping back and forth for a couple minutes here, in a couple of minutes, because they're just wrapping up in the garage, putting in all the electricity and everything.
Do you want to just take a break when you have to go do that, or should we take a break now?
I think we'll just take a break then, because I'm still waiting for my landlord to swing by.
Gotcha.
So let's
All right.
try to move through this next round of combat.
Yeah.
And also, you know what? You are no longer allowed to have this aura because you've squandered it. So that aura is now gone. Because you're not using it, right? You're not using it anymore?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Nope. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Just shoot him
I'm
in the
gonna
head.
I'm gonna take out. He's kind of.
He's restrained.
This is so bad. All right. He's
and I
restrained.
definitely tried to intimidate him. I don't know.
You just
I'm
don't know
gonna
what's
take out
what's
my-
gonna happen yet.
Yeah.
bag of holding
Oh,
and stick it over like the top part of his body. So he's like half in, half out.
Okay. Wait, just
So
the
that-
top half of him? So the top half of him, well, the top half of him is in a demi-plane, dangling, and the bottom half of him is out in the hanging free. So as you start to pull it in, the gravity makes him fall into the bag as he and falls in, 10 feet, 7 feet down or whatever, and slumps into the bottom of the bag.
okay, bye.
So you use your action. You use your action to like pull it down onto him, and then you start to feel him start to slide, and then he and like lunges into the bag. And
The golems haven't even turned around. They don't know where he went.
No, they have no idea what happened.
They're looking directly at you. They just turned and he took the arrow in the chest, and then
Oh, great.
and then he just just pulled him into the bag. You had to work it
So,
past the shoulder a little bit.
And I'll be like, so are we ready to go then?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Guess we're
This is a
done
very
here.
different group. So, Evie, that's your turn, right?
And then Floofy will attack anything that tries to attack me.
Okay. She's not holding her action though, right? She moves on your initiative, and if she doesn't attack anything within your initiative count, she doesn't attack. Is that correct?
Correct.
Because nothing's attacked.
Or she defends. She defends herself.
She defends
Takes the
herself.
dodge action, right?
He defends himself. Sorry. Yeah.
What's the DC on breaking out of the shackles?
17.
He rolls a 17. Let's see if he has a plus or minus to his. He has a flat score, so it's just a 17. So he does.
He does break
You
him.
feel the mental like, oh shit, he's now inside the bag. Let me see something.
Isn't it like really cold in there?
It's not super comfortable, and it is a vacuum, or only as much air in there as you can. I have to read this spell because.
Wait, he takes another 2d6 at the start of his turn, and he can break it at the end of his turn.
At the start of his turn?
He takes the damage at the start, and he can. Okay.
He doesn't break out then. All right. Fire shackles are still holding.
Okay.
I also wanted to
Is
move on
it
my
the start of his turn now?
Yep.
He still takes the damage, right?
Yep, still takes damage, so he took the damage.
So that's an additional 6 damage.
Okay.
Damage.
All right. Next up is going to be these things. As they now turn, they see him get stuffed into the bag, and they both just begin moving forward. This one is going to take 2 slam attacks at Guardian.
Okay. So my action goes up, right? Or my hold action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
30.
So this person's now off the board, basically. This is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Oh, Evie, and then you use the rest of your turn to move over here?
I did, yes.
Okay, got it.
This is going exactly as planned.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly how we drew this one up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I recall going over all of this with you guys earlier.
We practiced it very well.
I got 8 slashing, 1 radiant, and I will use maneuvering or wait, where the fuck is it? I have that right? Oh yeah, maneuvering attack. So that's an extra 9 points of damage, and Chuck, you can move 15 feet.
Alrighty, I will. Mission accomplished.
Or I'm sorry, like half your movement, whatever that is.
It is 15.
Okay.
15. Alright.
Okay. So, that one's attack, right? Misses both.
Okay.
The other one sees you running with the bag and just raises both hands, and bolts shoot out of its hands. And it's a 22.
No way to act.
On you, Evie.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you ready an
That
action
hits.
too?
I did, yeah.
Okay, you can go. That should also go off. It'll go off on the first one because that was the first one to make a hostile action.
That's this one, right? Over here? The
No,
one
the one on the left.
No, it's
the one on the
one
left.
here,
Okay,
Guardian.
got it. Okay.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna go over there and.
Okay. You can't move.
you can't move.
In action. You can only just.
Just take.
You're basically you're like firing off the action you were holding.
Right, okay.
It's like your hand was on the trigger.
Yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna do a firebolt at the one that took the hostile action.
Okay, go right ahead. Roll a hit.
Yep. That's oh shit. That's 13 to hit.
That does not hit. It blasts into the armor. There's a flash of flame across this like beautifully ornate, tough armor, and does not hurt the creature beneath.
Okay, then that's my action then.
I need you to make I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex.
As Evie, you are struck directly in the back by a bolt of electricity as it rocks through your whole body and then arcs off backwards and hits Char.
I got 13 on that.
I do have to chuckle at that a bit.
She really doesn't like Char.
What was the
13.
13?
Yeah.
You will take 16 points of lightning damage.
Got it.
Ouch.
Cuin, what are you doing, man? You're over there at the table. You look up and you fire an arrow through that guy's back, and everything goes to shit.
Why would she say to do that? And then Hunter's Mark on.
Why'd you listen?
That's right. You don't have to do what I say.
Weird flex.
Hunter's mark on the one near Guardian. 2 aim shots directly at it.
I mean, two sharpshooters. Is that what you mean?
Sharpshooter, yeah. Sorry, not aim shots. That's a 22 and a 23.
Both are going to hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. Favored foe on that also, so that's going to add a little bit of additional damage.
Thank God.
And he's in 5 feet of Guardian, right? And he's been bloodied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You switched all your stuff over from the UA?
Yeah.
Nice.
$40. 60 points of damage.
Yo. Is that a record?
No.
Oh, wow.
That arrow, both of them catch it right in the back of the head as it shatters the back of the mask. The mask splits open in the front, and then the whole thing, the armor empties out, and it begins to clatter to the ground with nothing inside of it.
Okay.
Bonus action hide.
You're going to use your bonus action to cast your mark.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Nice try, motherfucker.
It's been a while since I played him.
You see the one takes 2 slams at you, and then 2 arrows pierce the back of its head. Its mask splits, and then it just crumbles into a pile of metal in front of you. What are you doing?
Moving on. Three attacks onto it.
Okay.
Unto
First one's
it.
a 20.
Unto it. First one 20 is going to hit.
Second one's like a 29. Last one's a natural 20.
Ooh, okay. Well, in this creature's case, that does not count as a crit.
Gotcha.
So just roll your normal damage.
First one, 14 slashing, 1 radiant. Second one, 14 slashing, 4 radiant.
Jesus. And third?
15 slashing, 4 radiant. That's
a lot of damage.
yup. And for that last one, I'll add goading attack.
Okay.
Take an additional 5 points of damage and make a wisdom saving throw.
It is immune to being frightened.
It's not frightened. It's just a condition, I guess.
It makes it so it has to attack you, right?
It makes it so that it has disadvantage on attacks not against me.
Not against you. Got it. 17 is wisdom, right?
C.
Just 17.
It rolled a 17?
It rolled a 17, just a straight
Gotcha.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, no buff to wisdom.
Bonus action, shield master, shove.
Cool.
It's
Strength,
large?
Strength versus strength? It
Yeah.
is large.
Okay.
And in charge.
I rolled a 22.
Rolled a 13 plus 2.
That's 15.
Is it? Okay, thanks for letting me know. So, he's now what, pushed back?
Yes. 10 feet.
10 feet. Boom, boom. Okay, so you slam into the metal of this creature and shove it back, the crackling electricity all around you. As you just push into its chest.
I'm sorry, it's only 5 feet.
Okay. All right. Top of the round. From all around the room, there is this blaze of electricity in all of them, except the one that you would dismantle. As this one, there's electricity begins to fill the vessel, and it begins, the pile of scrap on the ground begins to rise up. The fractured skull of metal now rights itself with 2 arrows sticking through it, one almost actually coming out of the eye socket, the other one in the center of the forehead, as now lightning is filling this vessel again, and lightning rockets out of the back of it. It is going to stand up.
Uh-oh.
You see all around the room as these giant Tesla coils, basically crystal Tesla coils, are creating this lattice of electricity. It is feeding down into these creatures.
So that's how it is, huh?
Take out the pylons.
Sometimes that's how it be. Next up is going to be
like that.
Sometimes it be like that. Next up is going to be Shar. You fire up the shot, you see that one drop to the ground, you look over here, this one's being shoved away by Guardian. As you look back over again, the other one's already getting back up as lightning floods into the metal carapace. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a shot at the pylon, trying to take out this one.
Okay, go ahead. Roll a hit.
Use lightning.
Yeah, it's gonna make it bigger. I got a 17.
Okay. 17 is going to... It fires off and ricochets, but doesn't seem to do any damage to it. Not quite enough.
Okay. Let's see if I can cast... I'm gonna cast... Well... Never mind.
No good?
No.
Okay. Chuck, you're going to be up next, my man. What are you doing?
Alrighty. I'm gonna... Which is the one in the middle is the one disabled, right? Already?
No, the one over here down by the bottom
Or left. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 25. Yeah, I can make that, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. And then I'm gonna look for the analogous switch and then hit that.
Make a investigation check.
Even if I already know where it is? Or
You don't know
I'm looking
where it is, do you? Because
I'm
it was
looking on
only
the same
Evie who was
spot.
there. What same
Yeah,
spot?
but I watched the robot go over there, right? And look at it.
The robot walked over and he shoved his hand inside of it. Like his hand
Oh.
passed through it like a ghost, and then it rocketed electrical energy. And you weren't anywhere near where Evie was
Okay.
when she had found the emergency kill switch on the inside of it. And as you're like looking around the outside, it's a flat cylindrical metal panel.
All right then. Well, I rolled a 6, so I'll just sit out this turn, I guess.
You run up, you're feeling for
Been
the
good.
steam. You know that Evie had somehow gotten into it, but you don't know how. As you're kind of pulling in at the seats and trying to find your way inside, but you can't quite get your fingers under it to dig in. Next up is going to be Evie. What are you doing?
I was heading out the door and hoping people would follow me, but I see they are not. So I
They're a little predisposed.
debating. Fine, I'll help. And I will instead of going down the stairs, I'll stop right at the top and kind of turn around, and
Okay.
I will dash over to this pylon, which I need to turn off. How do I turn off the measure thing?
You have to
you
select
just-
another tool.
Select another tool, yeah. You can select the select square thing.
Cool. Alright, here I go. We'll run over to this one. That I will dash over to this one. And where's Floofy? Where's Floofy? And I will have Floofy 5, 10, 15. Basically get on the other side of this one and attack that one.
Got it. Move it back one space. Move it north one space. So it's just not inside the thing.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be its full space.
Okay.
Okay, and it's going to attack. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's going to.
Roll that damage. I'm going to check in with my landlord real quick and see what's going on with that, because I just want to make sure we get that. Put that thing to bed. Actually, we'll do your attack, and then we'll resolve this turn. We'll take a quick break. That way you guys can grab some food, relax for a second, and I can have a chat with my landlord.
It's a 20, not natural to hit.
It's going to hit.
And a D8. 9 force damage.
Got it.
End of turn.
Floofy just bites in, and there's a blast of force energy. Smashes into it. Next up is...
Oh, and I'll also... I'll add Archangel to that. Actually, that's not going to do shit.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry. I just need to check what kind of damage it does.
It's been a wild ride.
Oh, it does. It does extra force damage. So
Okay,
I'll add that. So it's an extra 8 force damage.
Okay. Throw it in there. Nicely done. The armor from this thing is dented. There's electricity that's still holding it together. That's glaring. That's glaring out of the eyes of this creature. But otherwise, the bolts that are within this thing and tethered to the ceiling are almost like attempting to hold the armor together as the energy from within is dissipating. Next up is going to be this one. You see as you fucking with the pylons, you're gonna send one blast at you and another blast at Evie. First blast.
You being Chuck?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. The one blast at Chuck. First one's going to be a. Sorry, I'm gonna read the stat block. 19 to hit.
Hits.
It's okay. And ooh, perfect. Make a dexterity saving throw, Evie.
I should have cast haste on myself. 21.
Chuck, you're going to take 18 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see here. That can't be right. That is not right. I rolled the wrong thing. It's like, that's too much damage. Chuck, you're going to take 6 points of... I'm sorry, Evie, you're going to take 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then the other one that's not being parried by Floofy turns, and instead, because it's been menaced, is now going to take 2 galvanic attacks at Guardian. And I keep fucking forgetting, so I gotta do this because it's bothering me. Dan, you take an extra 11 points of lightning damage, and Evie, you take an extra 4 points of lightning damage. Because as they're next to each other, you can see lightning passing from one into the other as the one attacks. As it blasts with both of its hands, you see lightning being drawn from the other one into its body and then blasts out. And the same thing happens to the other. As it is now blasting into Guardian, you can see there is lightning channeling from the other one and rushing through.
But even though I'm not in between that space?
Correct. It's not. It's not like you're getting caught in the crossfire. One is using the other to amplify its own attack. It's basically channeling the lightning into itself and pushing it out. It's a feature they have.
Okay.
Okay. 2 attacks coming your way, Guardian. Jesus. First one is a 5. It's not going to hit. The next one is a 21. Is that going to hit? Both hit, both miss. Okay.
Both miss.
You raise the shield, slams into the shield, and then grounds down through your leg into the ground. You're smoldering, and like your armor is cooked, but you're unhurt.
That's tough.
But I do need. Okay, never mind. Flippy, or I'm sorry, Char, you do not need to make a extra save because the attack missed. So that brings us now to Cuin. What would you like to do, my friend?
They're both up, right?
They're both up.
I'm gonna take a sharpshooter at the one near Chuck.
Okay.
17.
17 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. There's nobody harrying it. It has been hit technically, right?
It has been hit a lot.
Okay. Okay. So that's that one. That one. Okay. 36 damage.
Goes down. A crash of scrap metal as it hits the ground. Just.
And I'm gonna move 10 feet to that pylon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have. If you take an attack action, you don't have interact with object, do you?
You do, but what you need to do is make some kind of. You'd have to make some kind of
investigation check first to find
check
it.
would require your action.
Okay, then I'm going to take a.
Which is what Dan was doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sharpshooter at the one by Floofy then.
Okay, go ahead.
$21.
It's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
This is gonna be lower, unfortunately. So that's just these.
Only a 38.
31.
Wasn't far off. That one goes down as well, and a clatter of armor as another arrow pierces into the back and pierces two of the plates together, and it crumbles to the ground. The lightning just being lost off in all directions.
Quick, turn off the pylons as fast as you can.
Guardian, you hear him shout that from across the room. What are you doing?
It's that the body is in like a bunch of different pieces. What I want to do is try to move it away as far away from every pylon as possible. Would that be
It's in a bunch of pieces.
Okay.
It's in a whole bunch of. You can take up maybe a couple of them, but.
All right. Oops.
Just run off with a big armload full of scrap metal.
Yeah. All right.
Can't reform without your body. That's my impression of Guardian.
I'll move to that one and investigate for the off switch, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
These go very well.
You got it.
14.
Smooth metal.
Of course. All right. I'll just move over there, and that's all I got.
Sure. What are you doing?
This one, the one in front of Guardian is still up, right?
No.
Both are down.
No, both are down. All right, then I am also gonna try to check.
Actually, it is the top of the round, isn't it?
It is.
So then,
Yeah.
Well, they can't use the same layer action twice in a row. So instead, everybody within 30 feet of a pylon, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Check one
that's-
pylon.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah, that's everybody.
30 feet.
Yeah, pretty much the whole, unless you're standing on the stairs. Right. Okay. What did everybody get? Anybody who rolled above a 15?
Yes. 21.
16.
28. Or no, 27.
You guys. Okay, you guys all take 12 points of lightning damage. Anybody who rolled below a 15 takes 24 points.
I have resistance because of my armor, so I take nothing.
You take a fourth.
I'll use my shield master evasion.
Half and half. Shield master
Take-
evasion?
No damage.
6?
Okay.
6 points?
Yep.
Damage.
Ooh, Floofy does not look good.
You guys are just like, you see the things on the ground, you're expecting them to stand back up as you hear the pylons charging up again. And instead there's these bolts like rocking through the whole room, hitting each of you. Some of you try to dive out of the way, but still the arcing electricity is enough to rock the floor and just completely turn your entire bodies numb as you dive for cover. That's going to be Char's turn. What are you doing?
I can still move, right? I'm not
No, it's just an effect. It's just an effect.
Okay. I'm gonna try to run over to this pylon and deactivate it as well.
I don't want to mislead you guys. When you shot at it before, you just didn't hit the DC. It's just too low a DC. You can still you hit the crystal. You still hit the crystal.
Oh.
It's just it didn't appear to do any damage because you didn't beat its armor class.
Okay, you can still try to destroy it though. Right?
Yeah, you can still try to destroy it. I'm sorry if that was unclear, so I just want to make sure I point that out directly. So you don't have to fumble around at the bases of these things. You can just shoot them if you want to.
In that case,
Oh.
It just has some
That does
DC
kind of
point.
change everything.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna lure you all in
Invulnerable.
pylons and then tell you you didn't have to do that.
That was my plan the whole time. I was thinking like, man, I was like trying to put two and two together. I was like, okay, after the first time that Andrew missed, it seems like now they're all running at the pylons. They must think that they need to manually deactivate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That case, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay where I am and take a shot at that same pylon.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, that's my own fault for flavoring the AC as you hit it, but it didn't appear to do any damage. I should have been you missed wildly. You shot yourself in the dick. So try again.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Really weird
too.
considering he's playing a woman. That's
You end up with a Ken
Well, you don't know what's
situation
under
down there.
Don't
You don't
be
know-
so
yeah.
close-minded. Women can have penises, okay?
Yeah, you don't know.
You end up looking like you got the fastest Moil in the West.
Yeah.
I rolled in at 20 plus 9, 29 to hit on that one.
Yeah, and roll double damage because you crit.
Alright, cool. Damage on that is double, you said, right? 33.
You roll twice the dice. So yeah, 33.
33.
Which one? Can you point it out for me with your little
That
clicker?
one is this one.
It shatters as these firebolts impact into it, sending shards of cloud crystal in all directions. As immediately you see the energy drop from that area.
Sweet.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Apologies if that was unclear. I'll try to be
No
less
worries.
less vague with my descriptors as we go forward.
I can still take a bonus action with my turret that has been up the whole time, right? Or
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna move.
Has it been up the
him-
whole time?
I think so. Yeah, I mean,
How
I
long
had
does
it
it
up.
usually last? How long does it last?
Eldritch Cannon lasts for. Once per long rest, takes an action magically.
Sure. It's still
Yeah.
there. Go ahead,
Sure.
give it.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move it over to the other turret here.
It can only move 15 feet.
15 feet. Well, that's not 15 feet.
So it's more like here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll move him. Ooh.
what is going on?
Is Rentamil still
Stuff.
snoozing?
Jesus.
Ready to
Yeah.
unconscious.
Knocked him out pretty good, you know.
Unbelievably sleepy.
Okay,
He's
that's
gonna be at 0 until his next short rest. So
that is my turn.
whose measuring tool is this?
That's mine. Sorry, happening. How do you clear that? Do you
You don't.
you don't?
It's permanent.
For those just tuning in, we're
There,
professionals.
I got rid of it.
You fucked the game.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, cool. Next up is going to be Chuck. What are
Alright.
you doing, man?
Just gonna take a shot at the one right next to me. Or I'll back up first, because I don't know.
Gonna explode.
Because Murphy's Law.
Cause yeah.
We'll figure out a way. Alright, I'll take a
'Cause
shot.
you kind of like your Moil.
Yeah.
Where it is.
Oh, 25.
25 to hit, definitely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
14.
You see a big chunk of it blast off. There's a giant, one of the crystals smashes off and tumbles to the ground. You can still see lightning arcing into it, but it's not lit up with the energy from before. The crystal above still appears to be partially working.
Alright, I'll take another shot.
Go ahead.
26.
Definitely gonna hit. Roll your damage.
15.
15. The rest of it now, as you fire into it, you hit a pressure point in the center of the cluster of crystal, and it detonates from the inside with there's a shockwave of blue energy outward in all directions, and lightning is completely gone from that pylon. And I'm guessing that was this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Hey, you guys are doing fine. Now that you know you don't have to stand directly next to him.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Evie.
Well, I'm gonna use the knowledge that I figured out before to simply turn off next to me.
That one is
again.
That one. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because that one had pop back on again. Yep. Okay.
He fixed it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That the basically the whole plate is pried out and open, and you can see there's the mechanism inside. It's like a arcane sigil with a bunch of these copper wires running to it. Just press it.
If it's as simple as pressing a button, that's an interact with object, yeah?
Yeah, with that one specifically, yes.
Okay, so then I will head 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I will fire off a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that one's out as well.
That was out, but this one back here is still on, and you can still you can reach that one with your firebolt, I think.
Yep, I will do that at that one.
Roger that. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Let's see. 18 to hit.
That was not hit. Slams off the wall behind it. This blackened smudge on the wall behind the crystal.
Okie dokie. Then in that case, I will have Floofy. Floofy needs to heal. Alright, I'll have Floofy move towards me, towards the stairs, and begin to repair himself.
Okay. Got it.
End of turn.
End of turn. Cuin, your turn. You can see now that the pylons can be smashed externally instead of fiddling with them. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take a sharpshooter at the one on the
northwest?
This one.
Got it.
Yeah, northwest.
Yep.
I don't know left from right and west from east, apparently, so...
Don't need to.
Yeah. 19.
Not quite enough. The arrow fires directly at it and ricochets off the crystal.
I just kind of look at it.
How dare you? Nobody
He's found his arch nemesis.
Yeah. He's gonna respect his character, have his favorite enemy to be crystal. First shot misses. What are you gonna do? Second shot?
Take a regular shot at it. 23.
23 does hit. lodges deep in the center of the crystal.
Okay, that's not. That's pretty standard. That's interesting. So, I do a total of. Yeah, so I do 15 damage.
Okay, you see pretty good chunks smash off the sides of the crystal as the arrow embeds deep into the center. The whole thing.
Wait, do I get sneak attack? I
No.
mean, technically, it's not aware that I'm there. So
No. Nice try. It embeds in the center. You see the whole thing actually starts to crack from the inside and split. Next up is Guardian.
It's still up, right? The one that he shot at? Right.
It is still up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash. I'm going to charge right through that table.
Just smashes. You see that weird mutated corpse just go flipping it off into the air. Flipping off into the air.
Full on Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm going to wail on this one next to me.
Okay. The pylon is about 10 feet high, and the crystal sits on top. Are you attacking the pylon or the crystal?
Sorry, repeat that. 10 feet high. The crystal is 10 feet high.
The crystal, the pylon is 10 feet high, and then on the top of that is the crystal. So it's kind of up over your head.
Oh.
So you can attack the pylon from where you're standing if you want to, or you can shoot it with a ranged weapon.
I guess I'll just attack the pylon.
Okay. Roll ahead.
I dash, so I need an action surge. I'll figure it out later. Hey, that's a 27.
Yeah. Go and roll your damage. Menacing attack.
8, slashing 3 radiant.
Okay.
Second. 21.
Gonna hit.
That's 10 slashing 1 radiant.
Mm-hmm.
Still up?
Still up.
Okay. Oh, balls. That's a 16.
This kind of sends a shock through your arm. You kind of broadsided it with the sword a little bit. Didn't quite dig in.
That thing that happens when you hit a baseball wrong with the baseball bat,
Oh.
just like stings your hand.
Can I knock it prone?
Try to scare it.
Give it a
It
mood
would
luck?
scare us if you managed to do it.
It just away.
Sprouts,
Dong, dong, dong,
sprouts
dong.
legs of its own. Becomes sentient.
Top of the round. This one and only one is going to. You see the armor piece is starting to slide across the floor together with lightning beginning to coalesce in the center of it. The first thing that rises off the ground is the metal mask. As it turns, just turn to the closest person. It's going to turn to you, Shar.
Sorry, which one was that again? That was this one.
Yep, this one here. So he's going to heal up a little bit. Not much. Shar, it is your turn. You see this thing rising up off the ground now. Slams one hand down, and it's almost like it's pulling itself up out of the ground as more and more and more of the armor is coalescing around its form.
Only one of the pylons are down right now, right? Just the...
No.
Almost all of the
bottom-
pylons are down.
bottom-
Almost
The
all
only
of them are
one-
down. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the only ones that are up are the two in the back.
Okay. And this
You
one.
can- Yep, you can hit both of those with your attack.
And this one is
hit
still
one of them.
down. Correct.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one is
Got
still
it.
a pile of scrap on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna try to move out of range with that from that thing first. Maybe to here. Oh, that's not it.
I just realized I think those guys left, and now my gate's open. So, go ahead and do roll your attack. I'm gonna run outside and just close everything up.
Okay.
So, homeless people aren't hanging out in my garage. Because that's the kind of neighborhood this is. You just walk outside.
Listen, you said my sister could stay there for a few days, okay?
That was 4 months ago, Rebecca.
But what is time really these days?
Thank you.
Yeah, it is a construct, much like the garage that your sister is living in, against my will. Anyway, what's going on here? Char, what are you doing?
I rolled a 19 against this pylon here.
Not quite enough. As it slams into the bottom of the pylon and just a harmless blast of fire energy. The bullet shattering on impact.
Alright.
Pylons are tough, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Enemy yet. 20 AC. Is that your turn, sir?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come back. Chuck, it's going to be your turn when I get back, okay?
Alrighty.
Everything's a 20 from this point on.
Yeah, why don't we all agree? Only 20s from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Only 20s. You got it.
If I see one not 20, I'm gonna be pissed.
Break out those weighted die.
Yeah, Autumn. I haven't received my weighted die in the mail yet.
Oh, yeah, you know, I made sure to send those low-rolling dice to Seb first. If you want those low rollers, then I can definitely get some sent out to you.
I want the weighted ones that give me only 20s, though.
Oh,
I don't that was
know. I don't know how to get
specific with that request.
Those. Yeah.
There's no place in D&D?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
I think that should be like next week's sponsor, weighteddie.com.
Alright.
Way to die.
I just imagined.
I'm sorry.
They only roll ones.
I just imagine dumbbells with like die inside the little ends.
At either end? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It is your turn, Chuck.
Alrighty. There's only one of the constructs that's up, right?
Only one of the constructs, two of the pylons. The pylons in the back are the ones that still seem to be churning out electric energy.
Alright.
The construct that's rising up off the ground, you imagine is in a bad mood.
Yeah.
If you were to gauge it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. The one in front of me is not up, right?
It is a pile of scrap.
4,
very nice.
20, 25, 30. And then I'll take a shot at the construct.
Got it. Right ahead.
Aim shot, or whatever it's called.
Sharpshooter shot.
Sharpshooter 20.
That's gonna hit.
18 damage.
Nicely done.
Is it still up?
You shoot it directly in the face, and the whole mask now crumples in, and is like completely punched in, but it's still standing, although there's not much electrical energy inside of it anymore. It's almost like it's just a complete husk being held together by a few errant strands of electricity.
Alright, I'll do another shot regular.
Okay.
Of course. 32.
Is that a net 20?
No, 19.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And then 14 points of damage.
It goes down.
Yeah.
As you fire in the center of it and you pierce a hole straight through that shiny, silvery chest piece, it just crumples inward and collapses to the ground.
Alright. And that'll be my turn.
All right. That's a pretty good turn. Evie, what are you doing?
I'm going to move over here.
Go down the stairs. Go have a sandwich.
Did you pass me?
Huh?
No.
Did I not go?
No, you go before me. I'm last.
You went, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
right.
I was looking at the player list down in the bottom left. I thought that was in the right in the order. So
No.
I thought it was.
No, sir.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. What are you doing, Evie?
I'm gonna take a shot at this little pylon with my rifle, and hopefully I'm going to hit it.
Good plan. Good plan.
Good plan. I like it.
Solid.
How about a 21?
That hits. Roll your damage.
Hell yeah. That would be 23 force damage.
Okay. There's a detonation as the crystal shards scatter across the room, some over the far edge of the what looks like where the room was sundered in half through some sort of calamity. It hurts.
And then I will turn my sights to the last remaining one, and I will fire again.
All right, go ahead.
Shit.
This is the auto-loading Stonefork Breacher you have, right?
Yep.
Very fun.
24 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Roll your damage. Guardians at the bottom, like hacking away at this thing, and all of a sudden, there's like from above you.
17. Force
17 points of
damage.
damage. Now the pylon is all dented in, and the crystal is half shattered on the top, but there's still some electricity.
And I will add Arcane Jolt to that second one,
Nice.
saying that it wasn't quite as much force as I wanted it to be. So add another 6 points of force damage to that.
Detonates in a shower of tiny crystalline fragments. Yeah.
It's like tipping.
Yeah, exactly. Hits the ground, the whole thing is completely dented and smashed. Guardian, you're like still hacking away at the bottom of this thing, and you look up and the crystal's completely shattered from above you. Good job,
I did that.
guys.
Flip it back onto my back.
I did this.
The last bit of it was like a last bit of like lightning energy that attempts to inhabit one of the creatures again, as an arm comes up out of the ground that's enwreathed in lightning, and then it just crumbles into scrap pieces.
What do you say we get out of here now? And I will head towards the stairs.
Do we wanna take a 10-minute?
Yeah, let's take a 10-minute break. Let's all, pop some pills, do some coke, have some food if that's what you're into, and we'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes.
So that was a joke, and we'll see you back here after we get some food.
I wasn't joking.
Oh no,
You're muted. It doesn't matter what you say. You can't say you're muted. It doesn't matter. No, we're back.
So he pulls a
Whoa.
knife. He pulls a knife on me, and all of a sudden I have to say, "Dude, the Beanie Babies are in another car."
Every
That's
time you
happened
go
to
to
me before.
Denny's, there's a new story.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I love it.
Anyway, did you say we're back?
D&D? You want to play some D&D?
Oh,
Didn't I indeed say that we are back? Welcome back, folks, to the Nanigans.
All right.
What?
All right, so to kind of give you guys a quick recap on what happened, basically you guys walked into this chamber. You talked this guy down from basically murdering everybody in the room, and then you murdered him in the room. You disabled all of these strange electrical pylons that seem to be giving life to these weird elemental creatures in the room. They collapsed into piles of scrap, and now you have one Boris Redfang in a bag, and one unconscious Hobgoblin Scout laying on the floor next to a pile of corpses.
Oh, right, he's still there.
So, do we have? Can we just create like a? Can we look around for maybe some ashes or something? We could just tell him that the guy burned up, like he's not even here anymore.
tell
Bring
who?
this guy back.
What?
The Hobgoblin. We were cool with him like 20 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden he almost got killed because of choices.
Well, he did something.
Because of his choices? Yes, I think whatever happens to him is whatever happens to him. I am prepared to leave now if everybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
Jacques, you're okay with this?
Listen, we have everything that we came here for and a little bit more, I think. So I say it's a good haul and we should, as they say, quit while we're ahead.
my attitude is we got the things he was going to offer us. He's not going to keep kidnapping people because we have him in a bag. I mean, we could let him out of the bag, knock him unconscious, because, he could potentially break out. I would assume. I don't know how these things work. But...
Well, we certainly don't want to keep him in there without at least poking his head out for some fresh air for too long. But I will keep a time on that, and I believe we have about 9 minutes before we need to give him some air
8 or 9
so.
minutes before the air in the bag would normally run out.
But these fiery shackles, Queen, I don't know how they work if they are still on him. They're done. Okay, so he is no longer burning in there, which is
he's
good.
not burning, but he is. Yeah.
Well, he's not comfortable, but that is okay. I mean, listen, the way I see it, we made a deal with his father, and we need to keep our end of the bargain. And I don't know. Does anybody have a problem with that? If they do, I will let him out. And
I just think it would have been nice to know, a little bit more about this organization, what they're doing, and I feel like he's going to be able to...
I do have everything, all of his notes here, if we want to take some time and take a look at them.
he is also not dead. We can still ask him questions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
When
is
you
the
let him
second
out
we
for
open...
air, we can ask him questions.
Well, I don't think it'll be quote-unquote disposed. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why don't we just get like a tube to
Set your
put through
ear up to the
the...
bag.
Start talking.
If he wants to get out of the bag, he may find himself needing to do things he does not want to do, like share information. So I believe we have all the leverage here that we need to get him to tell us what we want to know.
Okay, well, sure, we can go back.
All right.
Do we leave?
Yeah, you guys look over and he's just like unconscious on the ground, bleeding from a wound in his head, giant smoldering hole in his leather armor.
He's dumb, but he's got a good heart, and I don't feel right leaving him here.
Guardian will pick him up and put him over her shoulder.
Okay. You guys
Thanks,
now
big
have
man.
one Renemu.
Can I do a sweep of the room as an investigation before we leave, just to make sure anything besides the desk that I already pilfered?
Yeah, you can take a look around. Make an investigation check.
You see the giant, like, on-off switch to the pylons just there on the wall.
A massive switch.
It's just a two-hander.
It's like it's
A giant
actually
on
it's
and
behind
off
yeah,
labels.
it's behind glass and it says in case of dipshit adventurers break glass.
It was 26.
26. Nothing that necessarily piques your interest, but you do find in the southmost corner of the room, you find a pile of wrapped corpses. You also additionally find with amongst those corpses, you're kind of just poking around a bit, not getting too close. You find a metal body. You find the body of a warforged, who is tucked towards the bottom of the pile. He appears to have
I pull it out.
Pull him out. He's on the leaner side as far as Warforged goes. I mean, you've seen a few around Bastion and other places, but I mean, compared to Guardian, it's almost Guardian. Dwarfs this thing. It has a. It's not wearing any clothing.
Your mic.
Perfect timing every time.
Right?
What is he not wearing?
Tune in next week.
Don't leave.
Oh, okay. So he's not wearing any clothing. It looks like, and his body is chipped and scarred and burned in places where it looks like a lot of the armor plating that's bolted to his body has been scuffed and burned. Notably, there is a cavity in the center of his chest that's perfectly spherical.
What was? I would have only seen the body fly off of that table over there. Could I? What? No, I wouldn't have.
You saw the body fly off the table.
Right. Can I go over and check it out?
Yeah, of course. I want to make an investigation check while I talk to Autumn.
Yep.
I reach back into my bag and I pull out that copper sphere that I had taken off of his table. And
Guardian, are you paying attention, by the way, to this exchange?
Where is this?
This is kind of
it would be in the south of the room.
South of the room.
Where that pile of bodies is.
Where the Warforged corpse is.
Clearly, he's right in front of me.
Yeah, I'm 7 feet away.
You see Guardian. You see Cuin.
Cuin.
He
Name's
pulls
Cuin.
this. Is it Cell? Right. He pulls this Warforged body from the wreckage. Looks to be Gen 2. And as he kind of thinks for a minute, and you see him pull something out of his pack, and you know what it is. It's a docent. And he's kind of sitting here with the thing. And
It's got the copper wire on it, and I kind of hold it up to the hole, and then I take all the copper wire off, and I hold it up to the hole again and see if it actually will.
It looks like it would slot in, and it presses in,
slot it in,
and nothing happens.
I knew it.
Quinn, what did you find?
What was your investigation?
Natural 1 for a 4.
Okay, we'll go back to that in a
minute. So over on his desk was that thing that I just put into the chest here. It was wrapped in some copper wire and stuff when I picked it up, but I threw it in my bag and it looked like it fit, and it fits, but do you are you electrical powered or magically? I don't know how Warforged works.
Just gonna give him a glare if he can.
His lights, his eyes like down to like slits.
Can't just ask people that.
I mean, isn't that the same thing as saying, do you have a soul, or I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Guardian.
Goblin relations much better. Warforged relations still working on it.
Yeah. Hey, remember that time we had all those great discussions?
From my knowledge of what the sphere is, like, I know what it is, but for the audience, what does it do?
This is, you remember thinking back to the war And you've never had both the privilege and you've never had the privilege of having one of these. They were reserved for high-ranking officials. They were reserved for special operatives and scouts. For lack of a more accurate term, it's an AI. But it's a magical item, a magical sentient item that can provide a Warforged who's attuned to it additional intel and languages, and each of them usually come with a suite of certain abilities. A special operative may have a docent that gives them important information on layouts or important information on the best ways to stealth and sneak. It may even have access to some spells. Another one may be specific to cartography and maybe cataloging and creating basically a digital map as you're moving through the wilderness that can then be transcribed through your own hand. You're not able to tell the nature of this thing by just looking at it because it's kind of a flat, featureless object. Mm-hmm. But you know that whoever either this Warforged was somebody very important, or they stole that from somebody who's very important because they haven't been made since the war.
Would I
see this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I kind of see this, like before I start the head down the stairs, I kind of catch this happening out of the corner of my eye, and I will kind of walk up to observe what's happening.
Okay.
And just wait and see what happens.
Would I have knowledge of how to activate said docent?
You do know how to activate it.
With current means, or
electricity?
Not electricity. You would actually... It doesn't operate on its own. It needs a host. And so you know the way for you to be able to use it would be to attune to it.
I would really like to Cuin. We won't be able to know what's in it until I attune to it.
Well, I mean, obviously this is more in your realm, so there you go, sir.
I'll take it from him.
The minute you take it from him, you feel something kind of pulling in the center of your chest, a feeling that you've gotten when you've had to adjust and refit your armor to your body, because your body can naturally acquire plates. You can fit them into your body, and basically the magic in your body attaches them to your form. You can feel something rearranging in the center of your chest, and you guys can all see that there are plates that are pulling.
It's the same feeling you get when you look at Evie.
That's a
no doubt.
That feeling is centered a little lower, I think.
Your ankles.
Bottom of your feet.
That's where they are.
Why does it hurt every time I take a step?
You feel a bit of pulling in the center of your chest, and you guys can all see there's actually now a repository that is formed in the center of his chest.
Better repository than suppository.
I mean, yeah.
DM's discretion, I will allow you to put the docent in your butt if that's how you want to attune to it, but I don't think it's how you want to do it.
You absorb it quicker, I heard.
Warforged
Did you pick that one up at Kyle's house?
This suppository brought to you by Kyle.
Where butt chugging is not only allowed, it's encouraged.
It's required, unfortunately, on some nights. Anyway,
what were you saying? So
you activated all the bots on Twitch.
How is that bot spam? Like,
it was just
really?
Immediate.
Yeah. I guess they like the word butt.
But
wow.
Oh my.
Guys,
good to know our bot audience.
Our audience, if you will. They well, look, they're Warforged of the modern era, so let's give them some space.
Hey.
Anyway, you do see now there is a repository for it if you choose to slot it in. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Would there be any like negative side effects? Like, would it, I don't know, rewrite my brain?
That's actually a really good question. You don't know, but all of the, I mean, that's possible. It could be corrupted or something, but you've never experienced it before. And all the docents that, all the people, all the soldiers that you've known who've had docents have only been better for it. It's more like having an assistant. It's just an assistant without a body.
Agreed.
At the end, before you do that, may I see it for a moment?
All right, go hand it off to her.
I promise to give it back.
45 feet away, you see Chuck pull his arm back, and the tentacle from the dead orc is like wrapped around his hand, and he's going, just like trying to get it off.
Son of a bitch! I'm just gonna point my gun at it and say,
You motherfucker!
drop it!
He's having his own standoff.
I would like to cast Identify on it to see exactly what it will do, like the nature of it. And
Oh, yeah, out again.
again,
Perfect timing every time.
No bueno.
Nope.
No
Nope.
bueno.
Nope.
Gesundheit, bitch.
Gracias.
Yeah, we're working on it. You know, this whole thing is a work in progress. Dark Heart Treason. There's something weird with the mic where every once in a while it just cuts out for no reason.
It's possessed.
A wise man once said, "Life is a highway."
Is that Kyle?
It was Kyle, but he was quoting Rascal Flatts, which is his band. It is canon, by the way, that Kyle is the lead singer of Rascal Flatts.
I'll have to think about this.
Before they went corporate, he was the original. He was the original singer.
before they sold out.
Right? Yeah.
He was what their manager called a liability. Which,
Apparently, having a bunch of underage house constantly. Getting drunk in the basement.
True story. I actually knew a guy like I grew up with a guy like that, and I went over to his house with a bunch of like other people who were my age, and he was like 24, 25, and it was like, think about it now, super weird. But back then we're like, dude, cool adult, right? We're all like 16, drinking at his house.
You're from Pennsylvania though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
no, that makes sense.
Jersey was the same way.
yeah, totally normal. Anyway,
Where were we?
No.
What was the?
So yeah, what were you saying, Evie? You have the docent in your hand now, and
I cast Identify.
You cast Identify. You get a flurry of different makers, marks, and spells used to create it, and you get a flash of something deeply alien and psionic as you identify this object. It's more of a series of flashes in your mind as opposed to the traditional, okay, I can see these arcane sigils were made to put this together. Okay, I see this. It's unnerving and gives you a little bit of a headache as you release the casting of Identify.
But did it
strange.
tell me like what it will do,
You,
or like what it will allow him to do? I guess.
it appears to be fragmented in some way, but you do learn its name. Its name is Ada 2. You know that will give him access to the Gnomish language, and will give him access to the Dwarvish language. But outside of that, something is You're not sure why, but something is limiting the amount of information that you can pull from it.
Okay. Guardian, this is a very special item, and while it will grant you abilities, no doubt, just be careful with it. You seem to be special, and I would not want anything to happen to you. So let us continue to just proceed with caution with this. Okay?
Thank you.
Sorry about that, folks. We are back.
Man, what a crazy adventure we just had while we were offline.
Yeah.
It
Some of
sucks
the
that we didn't get
best
to record any of it.
action and roleplay we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made me their chief.
Yeah.
Char finally killed Evie, which was so like
And Dantes. And
so
Chuck
sweet.
could measure, although we didn't have beef with Chuck at all.
Yeah.
It seemed like the right thing to do.
Char's just an assassin sent by like someone in
Ralph
Mars.
Macchio?
Ralph Macchio.
That's macho. There you go.
What?
It was so good to have him guest on this. How do we
Okay.
get... I'm shocked we got him.
Sorry
It's
about
the
that.
Karate Kid.
That was very surprising.
He wasn't up to much else except for Cobra Kai in this.
Yeah, good for him, though.
Biggest reveal
Yeah,
though
no.
was Kyle is actually Kyle MacLachlan.
Whoa.
The lead singer of Rascal Flatts.
The original lead singer.
The original lead singer.
God, that's so fucking funny.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Let's play some D&D, shall we?
We up and running? All right, cool.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Basically, I forget where we kind of even left off, but we were talking about the docent, right? We were talking about the docent.
Evie was talking to Guardian.
talking to
Chuck
Guardian.
actually had seen, like, we kind of passed by that, and then Chuck was looking at the weird mutated thing and got a good look at it.
Okay.
It looks like it was a half orc who one arm was clearly had turned into some kind of like octopus-like tentacle. Its legs had become double jointed and were a good shin's length longer than usual, and the feet were kind of webbed and clawed. And then in the center of the half orc's forehead was a red eye in the center of its forehead. And when you looked into the pupil, you could see stars through the pupil.
Those stars look familiar to me.
Make an Arcana check.
Great at those. 7.
They look like stars.
I knew it. Is this a natural eye or like some sort of mechanical?
It's not mechanical. It's growing out of his forehead.
All right.
It seems natural. Probably not. Organic. Yes.
Right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to deal with it.
It seems
Fuck
like
it.
too much.
I'm gonna try to cut out the eye, and we'll see what we do with this.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
This will be my 4th eye that I'm just carrying around with me.
The other ones are pretty like disgusting by this point. They're pretty much just look like raisins.
And of course, I roll a 18 on that one for a 19.
You surgically, with your dagger, you surgically remove this eye. You now have a
Fastest Moil.
gross red.
That's the Moil.
Stab, flying.
To no one in particular as he's cutting it out of the floor.
Like a melon baller.
You now have one grotesque red eye you can add to your inventory.
Perfect.
Approximate GP worth 0.
You just stick it kind of in your actual like eye socket and kind of try to hold it in when you're trying to make intimidation checks.
Yeah, I'd give you advantage on intimidation checks until it rotted away.
I'm gonna just toss it at Cuin and say, you know what we can do with this?
I'm not even paying attention. It's like, bing!
Blank.
Oh, you got it dirty.
Oh, we're never gonna get this out.
Now it's not worth anything.
Oh, did you get some dirt in your eye?
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. That's good. That's good. My knee-jerk reaction was to like stuff it.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean.
I'll laugh. I can't help it. So you guys now have one grotesque, nasty-looking eye. You've got the docent, you've got the copper wiring, you've got notes with coordinates on it. You've got the guys on the floor below you, the ones that are left living are locked in a cell. What are you guys doing?
I am heading downstairs.
Can I take a look at
Yep.
those notes real quick? Kind of as we're moving, can I look at them?
Yes. These are pretty clearly a series of coordinates and then a series of what look like mathematics to ascertain where those coordinates are. And then you do find fragments of a map.
Okay.
Almost like hand doodled on the page. There's a spine of mountains. There's what looks like to the left of that, 2 parallel lines that are kind of winding through and then begin to cross over the spire of mountains. And on the far side, a wide canyon. And on the other side of that canyon is basically a circle with a hastily drawn 3-tiered building. I'll give that to you once we get out of the session. Basically, it's like a series of landmarks.
Okay. I pocket it for now, and we'll continue on.
Okay. Make a history check while you're looking at it. A survival check.
I was gonna say, because if it's a map, right?
It's a map. You're reading a map.
Yeah. That would be a 22. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, 22. Sorry.
You would guess that the parallel lines are train tracks. The spire of mountains, you believe, is the spire of mountains that actually ran along that Stargracell was built into. That runs partially across the wasteland. The canyon you've never seen with your own eyes, but you think you don't know the name of the canyon, but you know that somewhere out there is a fissure in the earth that you can't even see the other side of, far out in the wasteland. And as far as the 3-tiered structure, that doesn't have any sort of significant meaning to you, but you're just assuming that the structure you're looking for would have 3 tiers to it.
Okay. I pull up alongside Chuck. So, Chuck, on that table, I found a map. And then it might be something that we could use to pinpoint further, I guess, information.
Yeah, that foundry Guardian was looking for, or Evie. Maybe.
I think once we get out of here, maybe we can all sit down and take a look at it together, see what we can figure out.
Yeah, something tells me whenever what's his name gets out of the bag, it's gonna be a bad scene. But maybe if we get as far away from here as possible.
I figured we should probably just take care of this stuff, and then we'll take the next step of taking a look at the map together and see what we can do.
What are we doing with the guys downstairs? I'm fine executing them all at this point.
Yeah. I leave that up to you guys. That's not my choice to make.
Well, let's go commit a war crime. All right.
You guys go downstairs. Anybody stopping him?
I don't see any reason why we cannot just walk out of here.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Let us just go and
we got these goddamn lab Frankensteins or whatever. We don't want them roaming the earth doing bad.
They are locked in cages.
Doing bad.
I mean, it's all PCs, but like that was you don't want them roaming the earth doing bad.
Well,
it's like such a waffle.
It's one of Jeff's more
I know
impressive
it's pretty crazy
arguments.
that with this argument because I rolled a natural 1.
We couldn't tell.
Oh my god.
We could not tell.
So here's what I'm saying.
Chuck, I don't think we need to exit.
I am going to ignore Chuck and
I-
keep walking and
All right, if I'm the only one on this, I'll go.
Okay. You guys pass through the second level, by the way, and walk through past the corpses of these massive metal kitted out cyclopses. You hear, hello? You're not going to leave me here, are you? As you guys just keep walking.
Can we have that conversation as we're walking by them?
Sure.
He's gonna starve to death. That seems cruel.
Well, maybe you
was
should
that-
go over there and intimidate him to not do this ever again.
Could you maybe just let us out?
Are these the?
It does
these
seem
the
a little
bad
cruel
guys?
to
I
let
don't
them
remember.
starve.
Yeah, they're the bad guys. They're the guys who've been, I mean, they'll end up eating each other, which I guess is the same old, same old.
I don't want to eat anybody.
All right. You want me to go deal with them, Guardian? I'll do it.
Not kill them, just scare them into not doing this ever again.
Okay, let me go. I'll pull over on my mask.
Be right back.
And I'll just kind of walk up and clap my hands.
It's fucking terrifying.
as he's doing this, I'm going to briefly consider opening up the cloud kill door on our way out. The thought's going to pass through my brain. That's all. I'm not going to say anything.
That would be amazing.
All right, here's the whole deal, and I just want to be a straight shooter with you because I got better things to do than to lie to, some 2-bit mangalas over here. Here's what I want to say. What?
I don't understand that reference. What's a mangler?
Manglers. I said manglers. People who manglers.
One who mangles.
Okay, I get it.
Old Joe Mangler here. Anyway, I got better things to do than lie to you. I wanted to shoot you right in the goddamn head and leave you here. But my friends out there, they're a little bit nicer. I believe that people should pay for their crimes, and you've committed crimes and have somehow managed to walk on God's green earth. So here's what I'm going to do. Your punishment is going to be to continue to live with your shame. And, and I cannot make this clear enough. As the gods is my witness, if I find out you did something like this again, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill you slow.
Make an intimidation check. Advantage.
Nice. That was a good one.
Very compelling.
Natural 20 on the first
You smell.
I felt that one. I'm intimidated.
You smell urine. You smell urine.
roll. All right. Lock the door. Where's the key?
Oh, you didn't even have it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Through some shuffling. Oh, that's right. Yeah, one of you does have it. I forget who.
Yeah,
But
one
you
of
guys
us has it.
unlock it. Open the gate. They don't move. until you walk away.
All right, staying here for about the next hour. I'll well, hopefully never see you again, because I'll tell you what, if I ever do, you'll be seeing me. You'll be seeing whatever's next. All right.
Jesus Christ. You guys walk across the dusty interior of this blasted, ruined tower that's been turned into a laboratory. You make your way towards the round room that then winds down to the base where the sand has drifted in, and the dragon's head is the trapdoor dragon's head leans open. You can begin to hear the sounds of the wasteland again of this floor as it whistles in through the canyon that you guys entered. You guys begin to make your way back to the car.
I will pull my backpack around, and which is my bag of holding, and I will open up the flap and kind of pull the flap down just a little bit over Boris's head, so just his head is sticking out of the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And sling it back around on my back.
You smell burnt flesh immediately as you're looking at the top of his head. His eyes are open.
Well, I will just pat the top of his head and sling it back on the back of my back. Keep
Make
walking.
a medicine check.
Does he have those goggles on?
The goggles are on his forehead.
Can I grab them?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd better not be dead. I'd be very upset. It's 10.
He did.
Oh boy.
Do I know why?
And that's what we'll pick up next week.
God damn it!
He failed.
God damn it!
He took damage and he went to 0 damage in the bag from the shackles. 0 health from the shackles. The shackles took him down. He rolled a natural 1 on his first death saving throw, and then he rolled an 18, and then he rolled a 9.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
So he was dead like halfway through the fight.
Wow.
You guys had this whole conversation about like, okay, well, we'll question him. We'll question him right here, and it's like, and they're like, no, we'll do it later. He's like, Eric, we'll be fine.
I wanted the reveal to happen when we got to the dad and we dumped out his body. He's like, here he is, and it's just a corpse. Oh no, it's just a burnt corpse. I'm like, ooh.
And he's relatively safe.
No more could possibly happen to him.
Oh man.
Well, friends, we didn't get to everything that I had planned today, but that's okay because it means we've got plenty more planned for next time. So I hope you all had a good time. Those who made it through to the end, thank you so much. We hope you had fun and had fun laughing with us. And don't forget to check out Kyle's place. Kyle's house is the one-stop shop for all of your misdemeanors and underage drinking.
And also thank you to again one of our autumn sponsors.
Dan, no, I'm gonna mute you. I'll mute your ass. I have that power.
Microsoft, McDonald's, and
I hate you guys.
Oh right, Dick's Sporting Goods. I forgot
Dick's
about that.
Sporting
Yeah.
Goods.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. We'll be back next Saturday with more from the Baazdos Frontier, and then the next Saturday we'll be back to Marne and shenanigans there. So thank you all. We'll see you next time. Is it Saturday yet?
No.
Bye.